Alright, guys, I'm recording now.
Guys, you made Thodain cry.
What is happening? What's wrong with my Discord, man?
God damn it.
What's wrong with my Discord? I do not get what's going on. Every so often, it just
Oh my god.
it goes mute and it just like
Guys.
disconnects.
Guys.
I'm gonna cry.
I think,
I can't do this.
and I'm
Tell
recording
Frey
this
to drink
now.
some water and get his ass in this call. We don't know what we're doing.
Guys, we aren't live. We're live, but we aren't live. Okay. Oh.
Wait, did you record all of that? Because that would be hilarious.
It's been
Yes.
recording for the last minute.
Oh,
Awesome. Great. Love that.
Hopefully, it's all working. This is so fucked. Hello and welcome back to Rolex Play, where we roll dice and we play games. You've joined us for our weekend. What is this? D&D game.
yeah.
Who knows?
At this point, no one knows.
A
At least
weekend
that's the rumour.
campaign of Still Hearts. This is session 7, episode 7. You may realise that this is a recorded video and not a live video. You see, Frey, he's not here. Frey,
Yeah, blame it all on Frey, Max.
Frey, this is your fault.
Frey,
I'm hungover too, damn it, I'm here.
And I'm sick and I'm still here.
Frey, we tried, okay? I tried, okay? It didn't work. It did not work at all.
Oh my god.
But we're recording and stuff,
I've
so here we
seen better organised car crashes.
are. Is that because you're purposefully crashing them, Jack?
No, I did do a summer at
Oh my god, let's just start the fucking, please, let's just start the session, please,
Yeah,
please,
there goes
please,
monetization with this
Please.
man.
Let's start
2
fucking.
minutes in.
We're never gonna get sponsored, guys. Oh my god. Okay, well,
Maybe get sponsored by an app that actually fucking works when you record.
Bobby, stop swearing. Fuck.
We're already swarmed.
What's your fucking language, damn
Keep
it?
going, please.
All right.
Okay, actually.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you for coming.
Let's take a break, guys. Let's take a break.
Oh god.
Let's all take one large breath. Ready? 3,
No.
2, 1. Breathe
Let's
in.
just go. So, please.
Cassie is so wound
Let's
up.
just go.
So wound up.
Let's just go. I'm so sick of this already.
Okay, well, let's start then, shall we? The party has been travelling for the day on the Cavalier. While aboard, their eyes have come across a shadowy figure. On investigating this shadow man, they met the Fleeting Nightmare, a band led by a musician named Seb, someone whose past was tangled with an entity known as the Nightmare. But this tricksy shadow man continued to tease the party with hints of their past. Confronting the shadow man, they offered the group a choice. A chance to know more of their foes, of their enemies, in exchange for sharing their story. They declined the offer, and the ship is now docked in the Vorid Empire's capital, the Hourglass. The party prepare to disembark to see what knife life brings them, but also for Thodain to pick up a package left by an anonymous figure. But first, before we arrive here, we're going to look back a day ago with a conversation between Sienna and her sister Antonia. So, Sienna, you have been brought into a small room off to the side in the Moradin Temple. It is busy, but this room itself, as soon as you walk in, is dead quiet. There's no whispers, no conversations. It is still, silent. This seems to be some sort of office space that your sister is very comfortable with. She kind of leaves her weaponry to the side on almost like a coat hanger. You can see that there are different bits of armor, relics, items that she's collected or are on display with some pride behind them. She gestures over to a chair in front of the desk. The desk itself is very large with many papers on top, but you can see the the central part has been cleared way for almost like this small tinkering station. There is a hammer there, as well as a small set of tools for some sort of smithing, etching, engraving. You're not sure because there is nothing to demonstrate that. But she gestures over, you take a seat. She walks over to the seat next to you. She doesn't sit opposite, she just sits next to you. Sienna, I wanted to just take you away for a moment to speak. There are a few things on my mind recently, and you being here is coincidental, perhaps. I'm not sure.
That sounds serious. I thought we were just gonna, say hi. You look great, by the way. The whole paladin thing seems to be working out great for you. That's nice.
She kind of awkwardly smiles. Yes, it is working out quite well. A lot of dedication and reflection as well. When you have time here and you're surrounded by people who have an air about them, a goal in mind, it opens your mind quite a bit. I am doing well. You can say that. And how are you?
I'm also doing great. Well, I kind of got fired recently, but I met someone who is very precious to me, and I've been taking care of her, and it's been amazing. We've been traveling all over the country, and we're going to go to Le Mans. I'm really excited. I haven't been there for a few years, and it will do me some good.
She smiles and sees the weapon that you carry by your side, the long sword that you have. And I've not been following your journey too closely, but the Yarrow name goes far, and I heard that you placed yourself in the care of Moradin for some time.
Well, more indirectly than you did. But yes, I joined up with the guards in Orderlin. Did some ground level work. It was a good job. And they have rather close ties to the temple there, so we all got outfitted by one of their clerics, but it wasn't really a religious job, I wouldn't say that.
And why did you not see that Moradin was a faith to follow? I am not judging. I am more curious.
No, I do follow his faith. I definitely do.
Do you follow the testaments?
As good as can be when one lives on the roads and just constantly traveling. There's obviously some traditions that I have to ignore, but I try to do what I can.
And this is not a dedication to the family name. This is something that you wish to pursue. It is okay. You may speak your mind. They are not here to belittle you.
I'm sure you understand I'm a bit confused. This is how we were raised. Of course I follow this faith. Am I not supposed to?
The time that I have spent in this temple has opened my mind to many things that have surrounded my past and present. The people that brought me up they are harsh. I have never really been there for you, Sienna. Our upbringing never allowed for it. We neither share the same blood, and we have changed much since we were children. I have more memories of your mother Eva than I do of you. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to protect you. Faith has left me much softer than I once was. And it leaves me to ponder if our parents did the right thing with raising us. Strict and precise as it may have been, was it the right way to teach and grow? I do not
Well,
know.
considering their own upbringing, I'm pretty sure they did the best they could. And look at us, we turned out great.
She nods. It is not wrong. But did you feel loved?
I felt protected. I felt safe.
She ponders for a moment and doesn't really speak. I guess that is a very pragmatic way to look at it, yes. They gave us a chance and built us up from the rubble. There could have been much worse places we ended up. You're not wrong. But I do sometimes wonder what life would have been if they hadn't guided our hand.
Is there a specific reason you're asking me all this, or just to reminisce?
As I think back to my childhood, to our raising, I sometimes find myself remembering moments before they had taken me in. The spiritualism of Moradin is one soaked in tradition, in creation. The tradition is the story that we tell, the path that we follow. The creation is what we make of it. And I sometimes wonder, in that moment, where they had found me in the rubble, a jungle, barren of any life, that what would I have become if they did not bring me home? It is but a question, one that is seeped with uncertainty, because we cannot live in the past, only look back. And I regret not being there more for all of you. The eldest of all of the siblings. I had my duties, but I should have been there.
Well, I'm sure you did your best. And she just awkwardly reaches out and pats her sister on the shoulders. It's like, you did great, from what I remember.
She smiles and just acknowledges the hand for a moment. There are many questions that I have of my past, but there should be some questions that you have of yours as well, Sienna. I know it is dangerous to look at what was and not see what is, but those questions, you see, she bites her lip. There's a moment where she begins to say something, and then she just shakes her head. It is not my place to share. It is a twist of fate that you have arrived here just before I leave. In these last few days, the priests of Moradin have sensed a spark in the rubble of a temple located in the Howling Mountains. Something in there is awoken once more. It is my duty to now go on this path, to ensure that this spark can be fanned into a flame of burning hope. But the journey is long, difficult. The path of Bleeding Stone is one that leaves many lost. She looks at you for a moment. I could not be there for you then, and I might not be there for you in the future either. But let me leave you with something at least, as a token of my care for you. She goes around to the back of the desk, now opposite you. Please present your sword, please.
Right. Sienna draws it and then holds it out with both hands.
You pull it out, the blade slightly curved as you unsheath it. She takes it with both hands, delicately placing it on top of the table. And you see that chisel and hammer that are laid side by side on her desk. She picks them up and she looks almost with her eyes closed as you see her hand is guided, the chisel itself going up and down the blade of this weapon, almost like honing in, finding a spot, and you see it just stop at one point. The chisel places itself against the blade. The hammer in the other hand raises up, and she hits it once. You hear this almost angelic rhythm as a spark of light just appears where the impact was made. She places them down side by side and lifts the blade up, pointing the pommel towards you. It is not much, but this will protect you. With a fast, precise hand like yours, you will also be able to protect your friend as well.
Thank you. I'll treasure it. And now I feel kind of bad that I don't have anything for you. Ooh. And she searches for a bag and then she pulls out a tiny crocheted rabbit and holds it out like, it's not anything as great as you gave me, but like, just so that you have something to hold on to, you know, from your family. It's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tiny. It has like very floppy ears, very soft.
She takes it from you and she holds it for a second. I'll be sure to treasure it. Thank you, Sienna. And you see she places it just next to a desk on the side. Is there anything else you wish to discuss in private before we rejoin our friends?
I did have a quick question. It feels very impersonal now that we've had this rather intense chat, but have you, in your time in the temple, ever come across any curses?
She nods. Many.
Anything similar to lycanthropy?
Lycanthropy is a special one. Not seen as a disease, as it once was. It is a state of being. Some people are born with it, and some people get it passed on through bacteria, biting, saliva.
Mm-hmm.
There is no remedy. but powerful druids may be able to help someone afflicted. This is not a matter of divine powers. This is a primal energy. The world is created in many fine aspects. The holy power that is given by the gods is rich with light. The primal powers of this world, of the earth below us, they are powerful in creation. There is arcane, which is pristine, brilliant, but sterile in its touch. If you are seeking someone for knowledge in lycanthropy, druids of Thodain are very specialized in such matters. But Laerons,
Okay.
there are priests there that deal in druidism that you might be able to find.
Awesome. Thank you. That's already more than I knew before. Yeah. I wish you best of luck on your journey. Harding Mountains, haven't been there myself, but I've heard stories. Quite interesting ones. So watch your back. Be careful.
She nods and gives a respectful kind of glance in your direction as she stands up. Well, thank you for your words of encouragement. And Laerons, how comes you're going to Laerons?
We needed a change in scenery. And, well, I have been to most of our parents' resorts here in Carzaria. I haven't checked out any of their ones once, so I might as well see how they're making it on the other continents.
Okay. Well, Laerons is a very special place. It isn't as thriving as Carzaria is. It's a bit more sparse through the central lands. But if you are journeying across, do beware of the Ish Valley. The continent is thrived at war, and the Tritons are territorial. Anyone who goes within that land aren't the most appeasing people to talk to.
Oh. Well, thank God we have a secret weapon with us. You might have seen him, Fennel. He's a Triton. And, well, he's not from above ground, but he might, be better at communicating with them than we might be. So I feel like we wouldn't be attacked on sight. Possibly.
She smiles. It is strange that you have a Triton with you on this journey. They aren't the most common around here.
Oh yeah, he's specifically here because it's so uncommon. He's an ambassador to his people. He's looking around and discovering things about the overworld, as he says it.
Ambassador?
Yeah.
On whose behalf?
His queens. He said he was handpicked, and I think he said there's a few of them. Or he might be the only one. He's very vague when answering these questions.
Okay. You see there's a hesitant look in her eyes, but she takes your word for it. Okay, well, I wish you good fortune as well, and be sure to not lose this blade.
Oh, I will be, very. Like I said, I'll definitely treasure it.
She nods, and the two of you begin to head out and rejoin the others. Now, we'll fast forward slightly. Sienna, you are on the Cavalier. You have some time to yourself as the rest of your party members are running around aimlessly, both enjoying partaking in some of the fine delights of the Cavalier, but also, unbeknownst to you, being taunted by some sort of shadow fiend. Yet, that does not disturb you from having your own time aboard. So what does Sienna get up to during this time?
Sienna makes 2 stops during her first day on the boat. First, she asks the AI, well, the ship spirit, whatever, in our room, if there's any sort of healing personnel or any doctors on board.
He'll respond, "Ding dong, ding dong."
Yes, you may speak.
Oh, excellent. Yes, we do have a part of the militia that's aboard the Cavalier. We have priests, healers, none of a faith specific to a god, but they're all practiced in medicine.
Amazing. Do you think any of them would have time to have a quick chat with me?
I would certainly hope so. Someone as budding and curious as yourself, I'm sure they'll be able to show you around and help with any afflictions that you may have. Is this physical injury or spiritual injury?
No, don't worry. Honestly, neither of the kind. I'm just curious about a specific thing that I want to ask them about. No one's injured. No one's injured.
Well, that's good. Your friends had spoken something about glass and a ghost, so I'm just making sure that that's not affecting you as well. But
Glass and a ghost.
seeing as it's not, then you may go down to the quarters below. You'll be able to find Dylan. He is our head guard, but also deals in the aid and medicine of many of our people aboard, be it seasickness, air sickness, or any sort of sickness.
Amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
By the way, how do I refer to you? I don't just want to call you, are you here? That's a bit...
Oh, I don't have a name. You may call me whatever
Okay.
you wish.
Okay, but how do you want to be referred to? Do you have a designation?
No one's ever asked me before. I don't know.
Well, think about it. Maybe there's, I don't know, a color you like, or a flower.
I don't think I'm capable of liking something.
Huh. That's sad.
Is it?
Well, you seem to exist,
Do I?
so... Another thing to
I
ponder on.
exist? I exist. Clearly I exist.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Very.
I will get back to you on this.
Yeah, if you figure it out, just let me know.
Beige. I want to be known as beige.
Beige, got it.
It's my favorite
What have I
color.
done?
I've decided.
Uh-oh. Got it. Alright, I'll seek out Dylan. Thank you very much, Beige.
Thank you. Ding dong.
What have I done?
Why did you make a robot have an existential crisis?
This is how you get AI uprisings, people.
Yeah, what did you
Terminators, this is how we get Terminators.
Yeah, like, Leonie, you trying to kill us?
If I show up to my parents' house and a robot from the future has taken them hostage,
Come on, I want your boots, your motorcycle, come on. My name is Beige.
Oh my god, no.
Arnold Schwarzenegger running around and he's just like, my name is Beige. Oh, that would be great. Anyway,
Oh god.
I love
Sienna
that you chose
heads
beige.
below.
Yeah, out of all colors.
His favorite color.
Beige.
Yeah.
So Sienna,
Whatever.
you go down to the quarters that he had informed you about.
Yes. to meet
You begin
Dylan.
asking around, and you eventually come across, after kind of talking to different guards and different personnel here, you find in the mess quarters, currently eating a large lunch, a late lunch for him. You see, sat by himself, this burly-looking half-orc man, maybe in his 50s or so. He's currently just sat there, eating a large turkey leg by himself. And he just places it back on the table.
Excuse you? May I interrupt for just a second? You can definitely tell me to not right now, like I see that you're busy eating.
He glances down to your wrist where you have your kind of VIP badge, and he kind of looks over. Oh, you're one of them. Okay.
Again, if I bother you right now, then I can come back.
Not at all. What can I do you for? Very important person.
Alright, that's what that stands for. I was wondering if you'd have any recommendations for me. For example, so I know someone who's very anxious and like gets spooked easily, and I would like to have something that can help her calm down a bit. Not like knock her unconscious or something like that. Just something to calm her mind, to help her relax a bit.
Well, what's bothering her? What's on her mind?
Life.
Well, I don't think I can help with life. That's not something that I can treat.
Okay, no, past memories. You could say it's a trauma response, I guess.
Well, you get a lot of that these days around the world.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
shit. Have you tried just tell him to grow up? Has that worked yet?
No, that would be the opposite of helping, I think. I think that would make things worse.
Yeah, it's a case
Because
by
it kind of
case
sounds like it would
basis.
be her that makes it sound like it's her fault. It's really not. So,
Okay, so panic attacks, is that one thing that seems to be a common issue?
yes.
Well, sounds like you got a bit of a handful on you. What sort of reaction is there when she has these panics? Is it
Lots of fight or flight.
Or is it
Yeah,
both?
a good
Or
mixture.
one or the
A
other?
good mixture.
Both.
Well, depends on the situation she's in.
Usually people stick to one. Both.
Yeah, well, if she's in close corners and there's nowhere to go, she will fight a bitch. But when there's a
does she
lot of
bite as
space and
well?
she has the option. Oh yes.
Okay. Yes.
I was honestly just hoping that you'd have like a tea to recommend or something.
Well, I can give you medication, but it's not gonna help. This medication can only get you so far. If you need something temporarily, sure, but if it means it's gonna endanger everyone on board, then I'll need
Oh
to
no
know
no no!
who
She's
this
not.
is.
She's not. No, she's not a danger. Don't worry.
Well, you just said fight, so that seems
Yes,
dangerous.
but only if people are threatening her. Or
We're
attack
on a
her.
cruise ship.
Yeah, I really hope people don't threaten her here, but like...
People do that all the time. You steal their
do you
chair,
mean?
they'll threaten you. Fuck yeah. That's what the people are like here, especially the VIPs.
Oh,
Feel like they own
huh,
something.
maybe I should keep her away from the other VIPs then.
All right, well, follow me. I can get you some temporary ailments, at least, if you think soothing over any sort of... I call it brain fog. Sometimes you're in a liminal space and you can't see what's going on in front of you. I can get you some of that, but your friend's going to need further help than that. Sometimes
Oh yeah, definitely.
meditation can help. A bit of spiritualism, open your mind's eye, all that bullshit, you know.
Sienna's literally just taking out a little notebook and is writing it down. It's like meditation.
Sometimes counting to 10 is usually the best way to calm yourself down.
Oh yeah, we've tried that. We've also tried several breathing techniques and the likes. it works sometimes.
Okay, well, yeah, I got nothing else, so... Unfortunately, unless you bring her to me and I can examine her, perhaps she's afflicted by some sort of curse. Trickster Fae do that nowadays. They just put all sort of little demons in your heads.
Yeah, I doubt she'd like that. Sorry.
Okay.
She's not a big fan of people prodding at her or asking questions or talking to her really.
Does she like anything?
She likes me.
Okay, well, you seem lovely, so that just makes sense. At least she has a head on her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he takes you over to this kind of almost looks like a janitor's closet, protected and guarded by several kind of personnel outside. You see he opens it up, and there is just racks and racks of what you can see as like potion bottles, different sorts of like balms and blends that have been put together into pastes, and you can just smell this kind of heavy waft, and it's very overpowering, and you just kind of like see a haze in front of you. He just steps in, walks over, grabs a few things, and heads back. Well, look, I can spare you 3 of these mellows, they're called. They help you just zone out any sort of thought. They do have a bit of a side effect, so use them in times of dire need, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What are the side effects?
numbness. You just go completely numb. But if you're
Right.
in a fight or flight situation, that's kind of what you want. So at least you can control them a little bit that way.
Yeah.
And this is a friend of yours, right? This isn't...
Yes.
You're not trying to, like, use it against someone else.
No, I swear. I swear I'm not.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
That seems fair.
Not deception.
I am not. What? No. Who am I planning on using it then? On you?
Persuasion. No. Hey.
Is this Xanax by any chance?
He holds out 3. Yeah, well, just to be sure, he gives you 1 instead.
Oh,
Look,
yeah, that's fair.
you're a VIP, but I need to see this person to really give the medication. If this person
Yeah.
is an abuser of certain ailments, I can't give it with the best of intentions. So, you've got
That's actually
one.
really reassuring. Like that speaks of how like serious you take your job and everything. That's reassuring. It's nice to know that we're in good hands. Also, now that I'm seeing all of this, do you perhaps have any smelling salts? Just something to have the opposite effect, essentially. If she's already too deep in her mind, to maybe help her get out of that easier or something.
Roll another
Not
persuasion
necessarily
check.
to counteract this. I don't want to like knock her out and then bring her back. I want to help her, support her if she's too deep in her head.
Roll another
Something
persuasion
of that
check.
sort. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh,
God, how many drugs do you need from this guy?
so many.
'That the
50.
campaign turned into Narcos.
Yeah.
I'm asking for salt.
I do have something. Are you looking for a bit of a kick or something that's just gonna give a little wake-up call?
Just a wake up.
Okay. He goes in the back and he hands you a pouch of this kind of fine salt. The salt itself is white and grey in colour and has almost a mineral shine to it. He hands over. This will wake anyone up, no matter what sort of state they're in. Sometimes it can be used against charm effects as well, but just use it sparingly.
Yeah, I doubt we'll have lots of those. We're on a cruise ship after all.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. This is amazing. I greatly appreciate it.
It's okay. if anything happens again, just let me know and I'll come by as fast as possible.
I will.
All right.
Potentially.
I'm gonna go and get my food. And he just
Yeah,
wants to walk
I'm
back.
really sorry for disturbing you about that. Yeah.
It's all right. You begin to leave after having acquired these items. As you begin to walk past Spot, can you just roll a perception check for me?
Perception.
Beep beep boo.
Perception. Oh my fucking god. 3.
Okay. Where do you like to go next? Are you going to meet up with the rest of the group?
Yeah, sure. He's gonna make the next stop in the evening. Oh
All right.
boy.
Sienna, you begin to walk over. You hear the Tano.
Yeah, she's just gonna wander and try to find out where the fuck the rest is.
Yeah. You all hear that you've arrived at the Hourglass. The rest of the party, you are just outside of this garden centre area where you had kind of ran into and found the Shadow Man alongside Thorn. But you have now since left there, moments yourselves to recover. And as you are just watching through this large glass pane, the top half of the Hourglass, as you've already docked in place, you can see Sienna turn around the corner as she kind of joins the rest of you. Sienna, you see everyone else in a state of... What is everyone looking like at this point?
Not good. I think I can speak for everybody.
Bad.
Not good.
Just
Uh,
varying levels of
anxious.
bad.
Mm-hmm. Just bad. Fennel might be fine, but everybody else bad.
Here you go.
There, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. Fennel is only
something-
literally blue, not metaphorically blue.
Something in between these two, me think.
Did you just have those?
I just drew them while you were talking.
Fuck's sake.
I have this one, which is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
It's mirrored.
great.
But we also
Yeah,
have
right.
this one.
God.
Oh god.
Yeah, we all look.
Right, Sienna walks up to you with a relatively big smile on her face, and then just as she gets closer and closer, the smile just drops as she looks instantly worried. What happened? Are you okay? She immediately focuses on Thorn.
Yeah,
Just
as soon as
looking up
Thorn
above.
hears her voice, she just runs up and hugs her.
Yeah.
Hugs
people-
Sienna,
yeah.
just holds her. Yeah.
I also want to add, as soon as Thorn is hugging her, her gaze wanders over Thorn's head, and she stares Thodain down like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, appreciate the vote of confidence. Where have you been, by the way? We could have used a hand.
Well, I was sleeping, and then I went to go talk to a doctor. That doesn't seem pertinent. What happened?
Tormented
Okay.
by a shadow fae.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you were having a little nappy nap, it's fine.
Well, it's not her fault that guy was weird.
Okay, you're weird. Fennel is weird. No offense, Fennel. Or you, Ben. That...
There's 100% offense.
No, actually, that guy was the worst.
Yeah.
Weird doesn't cut it.
Still not her fault, though. Kind
You-
of
you
glad you
could've
didn't have
woken
to
me
go
up.
through that. Well, it all kind of happened very suddenly, and Thorn was going through it. And yeah.
And now Fennel's catatonic.
Wheelchair.
He just took a whole like swing of whiskey, and he's out. He's gone.
No, he's in a wheelchair.
So, Cassie, no.
Yes,
I
yes.
won't understand. Cassie, no.
No, but we'll make them. We'll make
Cassie,
them.
no. Cassie,
Yes.
no. No.
Anyways.
You've been holding back so well.
I don't even know where he got it, I'll be honest.
He's now in a wheelchair.
No.
Yeah,
Max,
Just-
don't.
he's in a wheelchair.
Like a
Like,
transformer. It just appears
Excellent
outside his
service,
body.
Bishop.
You just hear as he enters wheelchair mode.
I am Soundwave.
Autobots,
Oh,
roll
Lord.
out.
We lasted
Oh,
so
God.
long.
Yeah,
We lasted
We were
so
s-
long.
we did so well.
It's a running gag from the last campaign. Anyway, right, Shadowface. That's nice. Not. Did he do anything? I know if he injured.
think-
He didn't attack us.
I think Thorn just, while hugging Xana, she just holds up the magician card that she got.
How did he know this? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Right. How about we go outside a bit so you can see, like, not inside this boat? Come on.
About that, maybe stay.
Every time.
Okay.
It's back again.
So Max,
I swear to God, Max.
when you disappear, can you still hear us from your stream?
No.
No,
It goes
that's not how it
completely
works.
mute.
Cuts out.
I think
Quick-
Bray's gonna have a grand time with this recording.
Oh,
I just had a thought. Is your stream actually picking up audio?
He's recording.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
God. Imagine
We
we didn't.
that was previously on a different Discord
Oh
chat.
no.
No, it is.
no,
then
it
there's-
doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
picking up from the
Okay.
app itself, not
Yeah.
from the
Oh,
voice
thank
channel.
God.
I can see the
Okay.
noise
Okay,
levels
thank
moving, and we
Thank
tested it
God.
before, so it's all fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
good,
we
good,
did.
good.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good, 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 good. Okay,
Okay.
anyways, back to roleplay.
Okay.
Today,
Yeah.
you wanted to say something.
Yeah. Maybe don't leave the ship. You know that sending stone I've got. Yeah. So possibly a threat outside of here. So maybe if Vaughn, if you're not doing too great, you might want to stay.
I just want to go to the room.
We're
There
just-
we go.
We're just going to go outside real quick, grab a breath of fresh air. We don't have to leave the ship to do that.
Okay, fresh
then-
air, not really a thing in the Hourglass. It's an industry city.
We're on a flying ship.
We
above
docked.
the hour. I doubt we docked on the ground.
We docked in on the Hourglass, which is a tiered city of industry.
We're just going to go outside and get a breather. Is that allowed?
I'm just trying to, what?
It's happened again. So everyone can hear me. I hope you guys are doing okay, by the way. Hope you're enjoying the video. Hope you're enjoying this, whatever this is, because you're only hearing me at the moment, and you're watching the chaos ensue with the rest of them, as they don't really know what's happening. They might be able to hear me, but I don't know.
Right.
How am I
and-
still
Just
hearing
in
you?
case.
And that's why I think a mutiny is a good idea.
Mhm.
Mutiny is an
I'm
amazing
so glad I
idea.
got that on camera. I
Oh,
started
God.
recording 5 seconds before you said that.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus.
Anyway, ipso facto, being a pretty fucked day, side bad right now.
I think Thorn just sort of tugs on Xana's sleeve and she just says, I want to go to the room.
Alright. Then we do that.
Yeah.
Well, Fennell's out. Do you want me to go with you then? Today?
That's entirely up to you, then.
Well, you seem very against us meeting your parents like an
No,
hour
I've-
ago, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I've known you for like 3 days.
No, it's been longer.
And also, I've got a faster ever headache right now, so. Ugh. That is Thodain, not me, by the way.
Mhm.
Still, there is strength in numbers. Maybe you should just take them with you. They can't hurt. You could just park them outside your house if you don't want them to meet your parents. Sorry.
Am I a
That's not it.
horse?
I'm sorry.
What does that
I
mean?
apologize. I apologize.
Come on, guys. Jeez.
Sorry.
Then it's
I know
less
I'm
about
tall,
you
but
and
I
more.
can still hear you.
Also, we live in the business, so we have doors for all sizes because we don't cater exclusively to dwarves. So stow the assumptions, will you?
No
I
one.
said, what? I just said that I can still hear you just because I'm. Never mind. Well, do you want me to come with you or not? I
Like
know
I
it's
said,
personal business.
it's entirely up to you. All I'm going to say is that my family might not be too keen on meeting total strangers right now.
I'm not a stranger. We've known each other for a while.
You don't know them.
Introduce us then. I'm going with you.
You,
It's
I'm going with you. Starts
protection.
dragging him along. You guys have
You
fun in
can't
the
tell
room.
us. Have fun.
Okay, so
We're taking Fennel back to the room with us.
Yeah.
Fernell's had one too many mimosas, and he's riding the high life at the moment in his wheelchair.
Give him some of the smelling salts.
I'd be the one in the wheelchair. I'm psychic. I'd shave Thodain's head and paint it bright yellow. What are you wearing?
Stop pouting.
Okay, so Thorn, Sienna, the two of you return back to the room that you have available to you, the VIP space. As you do, you head back with Fennel, spend some time there. Is there anything in particular that you two want to do?
I want to make a very comfortable rendition of a bed. So I'm essentially like, if there's couches in the space, I'm grabbing all of those pillows, putting them on the bed instead, and just making like a very comfy space. And then I'm offering to cuddle. Just come here, just cuddle.
Thorn, as you're watching Sienna kind of faff about for you and kind of prepare everything, you feel the hairs on your arms just raise up as you feel this growl just trickle down your spine.
Oh god. I'll just grip the bed sheets, trying to breathe, and I'll just say something's wrong. To Sienna.
Like claws out wrong, or just
yes, something's wrong.
Right. I was going to mention this later, because but I talked to the doctor for a reason. I asked him for these, and she pulls out the mallow she just got. If you think it's like very bad, you could take one of these. They should calm you down. They aren't harmless though. You would feel rather numb. He wasn't very clear about it, but he did call it side effects, so they might be a bit worse than the actual positive effects.
What?
But it should at least stop you from hurting people. It would just calm you down. It might help. Or it could just
question.
make you a tea.
Did she just get one singular one of these, or just like one packet thing?
She has one use of the mellow.
Yeah.
But there is a powder of a powder satchel of the smelling salts.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem useful right now.
No, but
at the moment, no.
Yeah.
How am I feeling? Question mark. I want to know before I use our only resource right now.
Well, what's going through your head at the moment, Thorn?
She she's pretty angry, honestly. She's yeah, she figured out that wasn't Siren. So she's kind of mad that it was all a trick. Um, yeah, she's just pretty mad. She's trying to mellow herself out, but she's upset. She's very upset. So yeah.
Can Sienna tell that it's veered into anger instead of being fear? Or how deeply are you bottling this up? Can Sienna tell your mood?
Well, she's gripping the bed sheets in anger. She definitely has a few knots in her forehead. And her eyes, normally, her pupils are slit and they're sort of growing now.
Mhm.
And she's snarling, trying to hold it back, but she's definitely like about to blow, I'd say. Start breaking
Right.
things.
Because that's what I was thinking of. Is there is the space designed that one could actually live in it, or is it just that one could sleep in it? Like, okay, no, I'm gonna ask more specific.
This is like a penthouse suite. You have several rooms here, closed off with doors. You are currently in a large lounge. There's a lot of different
Amazing.
spaces in here. It is like 2 floors of just VIP living.
Perfect. That means there is like tableware, there's plates,
Yeah, there's
there's
a kitchen.
glasses.
Yeah.
Amazing. Sienna gets up and offers to take Thorn's hands, and Thorn leaves. No, okay, she's Thorn.
What? Sorry.
Don't ignore me.
No, I was busy. What happened? Sorry. People were coming in my room. What?
Sienna is gotten up from the bed and is offering you her hands, and she has a slight smirk on her face. I
What
read
kind of
about
smirk?
something. I just remembered something that could help the situation. Smirk.
Okay.
I just remembered
Okay.
reading about something. Do you want to try it out?
She looks at your hands. She looks at her own. I don't know. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, it doesn't involve hurting me. It does involve shattering stuff, though. I've read it's quite therapeutic to let go of it in a healthy way. So what I'm thinking is we clear an area, and then you get to smash shit into the wall. We have VIPs. Also, we can pay them back if they're really pissed at us. And then she's just gonna go into the main room and shove one of the couches out of the way so that there's a space of wall that's clear. And then she's gonna pay attention that there's nothing that looks expensive in the area, and then she's just gonna grab a pile of plates and offer the first one to Thorn.
Rich people privilege. Wonderful.
Exactly.
I said that out of character.
I mean, it checks off both. So.
Yeah, I guess it does. I guess she's gonna sort of shakily get up, grab a plate, and before she can even throw it, she breaks it.
Well, that works too. But that seems a bit less safe, so try throwing it.
She'll try throwing a plate.
Okay. You go to throw the plate, and you feel this growl once again. Just recoil down your body. And do you still throw?
Yeah. Not at Sienna, obviously.
No.
I hope
Not at her. At the wall.
throw.
At the wall.
Sienna, you watch as Thorn throws this plate, but as she does, you see her arms slightly grow larger in that instance, and you watch the plate fling harder and then just smash into the wall and indent halfway into the wall and shatter as it does. You see her hand clawed and bestial in its tiger form. You see it then shrink down to her regular sized form.
I can't tell if that was positive or negative.
She throws another one.
You throw another one. this time it's a regular arm and doesn't have as much potency behind it.
I think she grabs all the plates and immediately just smashes them on the ground. And she's just panting. I don't know if her anger is subsiding or not, but she kind of feels good about it.
Roll a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Okey-dokey. Advantage? Yay, I love
Advantage.
that. Save? You said save, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage. Yay! 19.
You feel that build-up of anger subside?
Yes.
She just takes a deep breath and sighs. She looks at her hand to see if her hand is bleeding from that one plate.
No, you see it actually like heal.
Hmm?
You see the wounds themselves knock back over. You notice a bit of a stain of blood there, and there still is a bit of that darkened colour, but the wound underneath it's completely gone.
Interesting. Okay.
Sienna's, by the way, just next to you going, yay! Did that help? That looked like fun. Was it fun?
I feel better. Kinda.
Nice. And then she pulls out a notebook and she check marks something. Like, okay, that one worked. That's good to know for future
What is
reference.
that? What did you fill that notebook with?
This is ideas that I've read about, like, theories, and she's gonna show her the notebook and point at a few specific points that already have like crosses or check marks next to them. One of them says like destroying shit, and that's the one she just check marked.
What's the other checkboxes?
There's
I'm asking
one
'cause I'm
that's
curious.
there's one that's crossed out that just says lavender. And if you ask her about it, she's just gonna go, "Oh yeah, I tried to like for a while. I put lavender pouches into the stuffed animals, but that didn't seem to help at all. In fact, I think at one point you said, "This smells weird," and so I stopped.
I thought I
Logically.
tore a few of those up.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Even though many people have told me that lavender has like this calming effect, but apparently not if you put them in stuffed animals. I haven't tried, like you haven't tried lavender tea yet. Maybe that's a thing we can still try. I think I
I
have that in here.
Probably won't like it.
No? Okay.
But thanks for trying.
Of course I'm trying. It's for you.
Don't just say that. Don't just say that. My heart. Ow. I think she just goes back to sit down and she pulls out the magician card again. She's just staring at it.
You don't notice anything new from the card as you stare at it. But the memory there it seems real. It seems like this is a snapshot of your life. Bit of an artistic inspiration or an artistic touch. Maybe to twist the knife a little. But by all means, from what you remember, this is the same snow-covered forest that you walk through. As you are continuing to just spend some time with yourselves, we're going to jump over to Fen and Thodain. The two of you head to the deck of the ship of the Cavalier, and you watch as many people seem to be kind of heading out as well for the night. It is evening. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening at this point. The sun has well set, and the people here are all dressed in very fine clothes. You see they're heading into the city to leave, to enjoy themselves, go out for dinner, see some of the sights that are here, but you guys are somewhat on a mission. You know where you're going, you have intent. But you can see some of the people are ushering them off. Some people are also leaving the ship. You notice a Dragonborn woman as well as a kind of halfling. All of these different people begin to leave the Hourglass, leave to go and stay on the Hourglass. But as well, the opposite happens. More people join. You see some very strange people, strange faces, beginning to aboard the ship. Some of them with even strange-looking mechanical creations. Then, one that picks up on your eye is this large gorilla-looking steampunk mechanical device. It's made with mostly bronze and large cylinders here and there across their body. For the most part, their upper torso, humanoid looking, reaches forward, and you can see these large heavy fists seem to walk and follow the same cadence as they stride forward. Every step that they make, you see these valves on the side of them just expel this hot steam. Every movement, you just see that puff of smoke just rise up as they seem to be rising up this vertical angle to climb aboard the ship. You see there's a few people around them. They look to be very kind of techy or scientific in their design and look. Thodain, these people are just kind of your ordinary passers-by in the Hourglass. These are the higher crust of the society here. You can see that this device, this thing in particular, is known as a Gorilla Sentinel. It is a large protector, and you can see it's currently surrounding 3 other people who just kind of have it as their entourage behind them. But they aboard the ship. You see some others as well beginning to arrive with large luggage, but you guys head down and into the dockyard. The dockyard here, you are located on the top half of the Hourglass. You can see that the clouds here do not seem to gather above. They seem to almost spread out and far. As well, the winds that you would imagine from this high up don't seem to be affecting the city. They don't seem to whip by. From looking around the surroundings, it almost seems like there is a bubble around, almost like a glass case around the top layer, as if it's being protected from the outer elements. There are several dockyards here with beautiful, brilliant, and large airships. You see one in particular which is almost crystalline in structure with metal fixings here and there. Walking off from it, you can see these, what are known as Warforged, these metallic creations who resemble humanoid emotions and appearance, but they are mainly made of metal and they walk with confidence behind them. They aren't controlled like sentinels. They aren't robotic in that sense. They are more...
Are they all wearing beige by any chance? Yeah, they already here.
No, they are not all wearing beige, no. But they all do have a glow to their central chest. A glow which is reminiscent to what you carry with you, Thodain. An iodine crystal. This kind of magical device that acts as their matrix, as their kind of life support. That is them. The rest of the body is just an exoskeleton for the most part. But you see a few of them in different designs, different kind of approaches to people as they are conversing and talking with others. Where are you going, Thodain? Where are you taking Ven with you? Are you heading straight to your home, or what's the plan?
One quick question, because my brain won't let it go. Warforged in this world, they're the crystal, and the body is like a thing the crystal's piloting.
Kind of, almost. Think of that as the soul. Think of that as, if you were to take that out and place it into another carcass, then it does transfer over their memories. But each Warforged is slightly unique in that instance. Most of them follow that kind of condition. There will be a handful that are slightly different.
Can I read my gun's thoughts?
You can make an Arcana check to see how well you know about this.
Yeah, so I know we've got things to do, but that's just, I have to know.
Yeah.
Please, I want a talking gun friend. Be awesome.
I don't know
I've
about that.
Disadvantage because my things are bad. Oh, still 21.
21. So you know there are 2 different instances of these iodine crystals. You carry one which does not have any sort of runic kind of etchings on them. What the Warforged carry is a matrix. It is a iodine crystal that has been carved specifically for life. it is only done by, and this is very literal, 2 or so people in this world. Only a handful of these people have been able to create or replicate the ability to create sentience through an iodine crystal. And it's not just every crystal either. Some of them are very specific in the conditions that they need to meet. But these creators, one in particular who is the most well known and the kind of founder of the Warforged is Zero. Zero is a Warforged himself, the first Warforged to be created, if you were to look at general history, that is. They were the first to be created, and then they created the others that followed. They were basically the schematics, and what came later was his imagination of what a perfect family would look like in terms of Warforged. So he is the biggest name when it comes to Warforged, and then the rest of the brothers, sisters, the family that followed has spread out quite wide and range in different sizes as well, and different capabilities. But yeah.
Okay.
You possess a regular iodine crystal, nothing specialized in that manner.
Okay, bigger gun, possibly talking gun best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Noted.
Look, I can dream even if it's never going to happen. Anyway, yeah, back to the actual point. Yeah, heading straight to parents. It's at this point, it's been 8-ish years since I've been here properly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and considering I've got a point of exhaustion, do I remember the way?
I'd say you probably do, because you grew up here. You know, it's like going back home after a long time. You kind of worry that you don't remember where the side alleys are and the fast ways to get there.
Yeah.
But as soon as you arrive, you're like, okay, yeah, I know where I'm going.
I'd be screwed if there's construction on a main road, but otherwise I'm good.
Pretty much, yeah. You don't know what's been going on recently, but if everything's the same, then you're fine. And it seems to be the case. You're walking around here with Ven. Ven, does anything catch your eye in particular? Are you, like, looking for anything?
I feel like Ven's in awe. He's not looking where he's going. He's just looking around the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably bumps into a few people here and there. But,
okay.
yeah.
You, let's say, as you're walking around, slightly walking off and to the side from Thodain, watching these incredibly large machines that fly in the air. Some of them don't even have like sails or anything that resembles like an engine. Some of them just begin to float off on their own manner and fly into the distance. But as you're kind of like fixated on that for a second, you do bump into someone who is standing there. You see a kind of a hardened shell across their body, large rings of metal going around the torso, and the arms themselves are slightly wafer thin. This person begins to turn around to you, and you notice that he doesn't have a head. It just seems to be torso downwards. You watch as there is a glow in the central chest, and the body turns in your direction. Hello, can I help you?
Sorry, just wasn't looking where I was going.
That's okay. Make sure you don't lose your head.
Thodain, is this normal around here?
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. All right, mate. Sorry, gotta go.
All right. See ya.
Is there any, like, traditions in the Hourglass? Like, are you supposed to bring something when you meet someone for the first time or enter their house for the first time?
Well, not in the lower half, maybe in the upper half, but everyone here's a wanker, so...
Okay, even your parents?
I live in the lower half.
Okay. I don't think I'll call your parents that, but...
No,
right.
Everyone in the upper half is a wanker.
Oh,
Not
okay.
in the lower half where actual people who work for a living.
Excuse me, what did you just call me?
A wanker.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, you seem self-aware. Have a good day, mate.
Thank you, you too.
I apologize. He's just grumpy and keeps walking.
I'm a local.
He's a local. They're all angry.
Well, what are your parents like? Should I know anything beforehand?
Mum's a guard, Dad's a bit of an idiot, but ultimately nice.
Good to know. Okie dokie then.
Look, I got brain blasted by the shadow thing, okay? So, bit irritable, and there was a vague threat against my parents, so sorry if I'm not super chatty.
Alright, I
does anyone
understand you're
have
just
a-
worried.
Does anyone have a insert the D&D equivalent of paracetamol here?
Weed.
Take some of Thorn's. No, just take some of Thorn's pills, dude.
I'm not with
We're
you.
all just gonna come like Xanax addicts by the end of this
Yo,
campaign.
yeah.
Also, I've already got disadvantage on all skill checks. I don't think Xanax is going to help.
I have one of those pills. One.
We could split it.
No.
Dear God.
Crush it up, you know.
Am I going to have to come back and arrest fucking Sienna for drug trafficking?
No. Wrong character. You have to arrest my other character.
Anyways, well, what
That's
exactly?
If I've got an arrest warrant for your other character in my office when we get to later on.
I mean,
Oh God.
possible.
Madam
God.
Thodain, do you think we would have time to also go get outfits that we talked about?
No.
Oh,
We're here for a night, and what part of my family was threatened is going past your hair.
but like after that, after you make sure they're okay.
Yeah, maybe don't assume the best right now, because then, if I get sucked into that and the worst has happened, let's not find out what I'll do to you then.
Okay. Well, let's head to your parents then to make sure they're okay. I'm sure they are though.
Please stop. Please stop.
Okay. You you leave the docks. The docks wrap around a few different areas. There's about 3 sections of them. One of the things that stand out the most on the top layer is there are 5 spires, almost like spears looking up to the sky, and they reach quite high up. They look over the rest of the city, and they stand just about in the middle, maybe a bit off to the north. But Thodain, you would know this. This denotes the 5 rulers of the Vorid Empire. There are 5 members. Previously, if you look back at history, there was about 4 members that were kind of fixated in the Vorid Empire. Before that, there was a family that ran the Vorid Empire, but they're no longer around. They disappeared from history. And it left with these representatives, each one having a trait to look after in the Hourglass and the rest of the Vorid Empire. This can be the coin master or the architect. There are many different roles that they take on, and they each oversee and look out for the Vorid Empire's interests. This is where they live. This is where that's what they represent, these 5 spires. But you begin to head off in that direction, closer and closer, but you're not reaching that point. You're reaching just before then, to the central point in this city. The disc itself is very large and it takes you a while to get to the central point, but as soon as you do, you see there is almost like this relief in the ground, which is currently being left open and away. You see guards standing there, both sentinels, these kind of steampunky looking robots of different size and dimension, as well as these very well kept and well presented guards of the Vorid Empire. You see some of them equipped with kind of metallic weaponry, some etched with runes here and there, goggles across their eyes, and large kind of leather caps across their heads. They all kind of stand there, wait, and just kind of gesture people, 1 second, just wait a minute, wait for the elevator to arrive, and then you can head through. You wait, and then eventually you hear this humming sound as rising up from below, further down than you can imagine. This glowing light illuminates, and you see a platform rise upwards. The cylinder doors open upwards, and all of these people begin to flood out and join in on the top floor. You are then ushered in as you stand there and ready to head down. There is not just one platform, there's 4 platforms, but 2 of them seem to be in repairs at the moment, and the other one is currently in use. It's already been sent down. So you stand on this one, waiting for a moment, and then you feel the doors close. This pressure almost enter your system as your ears pop, and you just feel you begin to lower and descend further down. The wall, as you begin to glide down in this lift, is a bright orange. It is almost warm and inviting. It gives off a heat, but you can see through it in certain points. And looking through this orange mesmer, you can see the lower half of the city, which is covered in steam. You see large vats of steam just filling up into the skies. You can almost see like ants moving around, glistening in the bits of light as metal is moving around the city in a clockwise fashion. The lower half is split into 3 sections. You see the middle ring, which is mainly where the industrial areas are. The second ring in the middle is this large green belt of just nature. There seems to be trees, bits of grass that grow out in different areas and patches, very akin to just a large park that wraps around the entire city. A thick green belt that just hugs that inner circle. And then on the exterior of that is another line, another circle, which is the main housing and residence of the Hourglass. This is where most of the people live. Beyond that, there is a wall and there is a sea, a kind of lake of sorts that rises out to the exterior of the northern fields ahead. You lower and lower, and then eventually you land at the bottom. It opens up, and the first thing that you are greeted with is the sound. You hear just the large pumping of steam being gouted out at different intervals. You're hearing the clanging of metal back and forth, both almost like shingles as people have them on their body and they're just hitting against each other, clanking here and there. But you're also seeing large instruments, these mechanical creations, horses made of metal. You're seeing birds that fly by with these metallic bone structure and then feathers that do resemble that of a bird flying by, landing off and perching in different areas. It is a busy time, even though it is late in the evening. Usually in a place like this, in a city this large, there would be a moment of stillness. But here in the Hourglass, it is a constant. Always noise, always people on the streets. And it makes a hard time for the guards, but also if you live here, that's why being on the exterior ring is much of a nicer experience than being closer into the heart of the city. But you begin to leave, you begin to head down in a southerly direction and make your way through as far as you can get. So for this, Thodain, because some things have changed a little bit, I will ask you just to roll a survival check. You have Ven to kind of aid you in not losing track, so this will just be a straight roll.
Okay. I was going to say, as I rolled that, the moment those doors open, Thodain, who's been pretty wound tight, visibly relaxes because it's just, sights and sounds of home. It's not even conscious. 16.
Okay. You begin to lead the charge. Ven, how do you feel in this space? How does Ven feel?
He's probably a little bit overwhelmed because it's very different from what he's used to, even though he's been in bigger cities. All the loud noise. I feel like he's slightly opposite of Thodain now. He's a little
wound.
Not necessarily that he's like scared or anything. He's just like, whoa, this is a lot.
Thodain casts transfer tension.
Yes. Share the love. Okay.
He's glad that he's tall and being able to keep eye on where Thodain is going.
Okay. So you begin to...
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did think of that. I'd imagine a lot of people have my accent as well.
Some of them do.
So
some of them haven't.
It's a sea of Thodains as well.
As soon as you're walking past some of the marketplaces, you are hearing people just begin to discuss back and forth. All right, mate. What can I get for your new pipeline? Can I get you for a cheap rate? Is that possible, or am I looking for a trade? What is it you're looking for? Well, actually, I could do something of the sort. It's just that you need to really think about what you're offering here, because what your trade isn't actually what I'm interested in. So you're just gonna have to give me the coin. You're just hearing all of this like barter, this stupid barter back and forth. It doesn't really mean anything, as they try to swindle each other as best as they can to get the best offer. True businessmen through and through. This city, as you can tell, tries to breathe as many up and coming, new starting businesses that tend to fail within the first day because they do not know how this city works. But you head down southward, you begin to leave what is known as the Mist Line District. This is the name that is given to the central ring. You leave that and then you enter this lull, this very calming, tranquil green belt that is just nature around every corner. It feels synthetic in the way that it's not supposed to be here, but with magic and druidism, you get the sense that this was grown here with a purpose, to at least fill the minds of the people with some sort of pleasantries that isn't constant noise and sound and metal everywhere. As well, as soon as you enter this green belt, you can see there's park benches, people chilling out, relaxing in this space. You can see there's a group of people doing some yoga in one area. It's a very calming area. As well, you don't hear any of the noise of the city. You just hear each other's footsteps, your own voices, as well as the chirping of birds and nature itself. There isn't any of that city vibe here. You push through and eventually find yourself on the last ring, the final ring, known as Chestnut Haven. This is where the homes are. You are greeted straight away with very different sized buildings. Some of them are tall, some of them are shorter, others are quite large and quite small. There doesn't seem to be one single building here that is copied and then replicated everywhere else. Everyone has their own stamp. Everyone has made their own effort to stand out as much as they can in this busy city, and you can tell that there is a bit of a, think of Christmas Day, and you have everyone in the neighborhood putting up their lights. There's always someone who's a bit more garish and brilliant as they try to stand out a bit more. And then there's others that are just simple. They just want a regular life. That's pretty much here as well. But
did the fucking Jeffersons add another floor, the bastards?
How long has it been since you visited them?
The Jeffersons, never, because they're pricks. But home, I was here a month ago.
Oh, I see.
Just,
They built
I
that
came a
floor
different way.
fast.
No, I came a different way last time, and also a bit preoccupied. But no, they keep trying to one-up everyone else. It's a disgrace.
They sound like real buttheads. Anyway.
It's worse around the holidays, believe me.
Oh dear. But how long till you reach your parents' house?
That would be insert max time here.
another 10 minutes.
Another 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. We've been walking for a while. Ben's in heels the entire time, dragging his feet along at this point.
This is why, if you're gonna go heels, you go for a solid heel. Yes, I know fashion.
Oh, I didn't doubt that. I like your coat. It's stylish.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Now, fair warning. Like I said, Mum's a guard. Have you ever done a crime?
Nope.
Insight check. Less for lying and more.
Whoa.
Never mind. I've got the headaches kicking Thodain's ass.
You see, Ven, you notice that Thodain takes a slight pause as he's like trying to read you a little bit, but then he just kind of rubs his temple.
For your sake, I've been telling the truth. Look, it's just Mum's a good guard, a very good guard. So if you have ever done anything, and if it was never resolved, I really hope it wasn't anywhere near here. Hopefully not.
I've
Other than
never
that-
been here before, so I'd hope not.
Okay, good, excellent. So, less likely to come up. Dad will probably offer you a drink. How do you feel about beer?
And not my favorite, but my dad liked it too, so.
Okay. Well, it's less about liking it so much as it is the family business.
Oh, I will pretend to like
Don't
it.
pull a face. Just don't pull a face if you don't like it.
Okay, I won't.
Okay. Other than that, you don't carry weapons, do you? So we're good on that front.
That himself. Wait, do I have a light crossbow?
I love how this comes up now.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it would have been back
How-
in the room, because I don't think
How-
we
how-
carry
you
Where
know
are
what?
they gonna leave it? Where are they gonna put it?
How have I never noticed a light crossbow before?
We'll say it's back in the room, and he has a quarterstaff on him, just to, walking stick.
That's fine. It's a big city. You're not the only, you wouldn't be the only person who has one of those that's especially in your footwear. Yeah, sorry, I didn't warn you. 1 second, checking one last thing. I pull up your little sleeve gloves a little bit. Just Mum's a bit of a stickler about uniforms, and speaking of, and rapidly make sure his tie is excellent and his hat and everything.
Pull out my what? Sorry?
I just looked at Ven's character. You've got disconnected sleeves.
Yeah, because, it's like one of those shirts that go just like this across. It's just he has a coat over it to cover where it's connecting to his. Are you
Just
saying I cover
just-
my
just-
shoulders?
No, I'm just saying that it's a bit lopsided. So yeah,
Oh,
Make sure
okay.
it's-
Just fixes himself up a little, fixes his hair, going through the
Yeah,
crowd
you
for
were
the
seeing
past half an hour.
Thodain legitimately frazzled here. So it's just yeah, okay, cool, excellent. Wipes off some imaginary stuff from his shoe. Right, okay, think we're fine. Gonna find something. Fuck it. And
Can I insight
look.
check to see what's going on? Like if he's nervous about meeting his parent?
Sure, you can roll an insight check.
Okie dokie. 20.
Thodain, how do you feel?
Not nervous so much as resigned is, I'd say, he'd be projecting.
Resigned in like what way? Like
He's mentioned that he doesn't get on with his sister. I'd say with that, you've got the context to know he's compared to her a lot.
oh gosh.
So, yeah.
He's trying to make a good impression.
I mean, she's in fucking jail. Surely I'll be the favourite for a little while. But no, of course not.
You'll do great. Pats him on the back of it.
Yeah.
Okay. You continue for the next 10 minutes. The nerves building up inside of you, Thodain, as you're getting closer and closer. But then you finally see the homestead. Not in kind of like a busy cul-de-sac, kind of a house settled in by itself. There is a full kind of walkway around the building, alleyway leaning off to the left-hand side, slightly wider than the one on the right. You can see this building is slightly curved to the point where it has a lopsided roof that goes off to the right, and then the left is slightly arched upwards. A unique design, but perhaps not truly intentional, just purchased this way. You can see the windows look through into a warm, inviting homestead where a chimney is blowing out hot steam to where the rooms are being heated, it seems, from the interior. The glow itself do not give away of anyone inside, but the door is there and present. And it looks like someone is at least home.
I'd like to do as good a scan of the house as I can. I'm looking for anything out of place, especially on doors and windows.
Yeah, sure. Investigation check. 17.
17.
You can see that everything is left in a very orderly manner. The windows are shut tight. There is an extra shutter barrier that can go down and over them. Your mum is quite protective in that instance. She works for the guard, so she can make enemies occasionally. So she has put some sort of defenses around the house to ensure the safety of her family. The door itself as well is made of a heavy steel, and on the other side is 4 different locks that keep it held shut. And there's not a seam or anything that can allow anyone of any size, be it small or minuscule, to seep through them. It is almost airtight in that manner. So you think there's nothing deceitful here or anything suspicious?
I'm gonna say even with that, the vague message and the point of exhaustion, he's gonna pull his gun and he's gonna put his hand in his pocket with it there, just so he's got a hand in it, but it's not out.
Mm-hmm.
And go up to the door and knock. I now have to ask with the 4 locks. Do I have to do a particular knock?
No, you don't have to do a particular knock. There is a spy hole that as soon as you knock, it's like a heavy thud sound with a slight metallic ting. You hear some rustling on the other side, and then eventually you see that light through the eye hole kind of illuminate slightly, and you just hear on the other side, Thodain, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, you hear all of the unlocks of the door, and then eventually it slides. It doesn't open or on a hinge, it just slides into the recess of the wall. And you see standing there on the opposite side your mother. So if you could describe to us what she looks like.
So my mother would be, unlike Thodain, she's on the tall side for a dwarf. If it wasn't for the broadness, could be mistaken for, I'm going to say, a short human.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I could be mistaken for a tall halfling. So she's got, I'm going to say, even off duty, it's black hair similar to Thodain's, but it's in a quite severe ponytail. Just pulled up. If she's at home, say she'd just be dressed in functional clothes. She looks like even off duty, she'd be ready to chase someone down. She's very much a career-driven woman. Not much in the way of smile lines. And there's a word for it. Much in the way of frown lines, but despite her being, Thodain's mother, she looks good for her age, I'd say. Still pretty active and everything.
Okay, so you see her standing there in her off-duty garb, not wearing the metallic armor or any weaponries or pauldrons that she would normally be adorned on. You see she's wearing kind of a loose shirt that's still affixed tight, holding her form very nicely as she stands there looking in your direction. Huh. Okay. What brings you here?
Ship stopped over. We just came from Trasvalar. And can I come in, first of all?
Yeah. Who's this?
Hello.
This is Ven. They're traveling with me and some of us to Leyrons. helped me out a bit since I left here last time.
Okay. Ven, she puts her hand out to shake yours. My
Yep,
name is
he
Sual.
shakes.
How is Ven's handshake? Is it quite
Like
firm?
firm, but it's not,
Okay.
normal handshake.
You meet another firm handshake and you interlock quite well, and you see she gives a knowing nod, kind of respects it. Well, come inside then.
Thank you.
She'll bring you in. She takes a step to the side, allowing you through. As you pass Thodain, she kind of looks in your direction and wipes away a bit of scruff on the side of your shoulder. And you head through. After that, the door closes. Please,
Thanks, Rom. And
come into
just the hand in his pocket on the gun heightens a second. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Just let's go.
We were just preparing some dinner. Would you like to join us?
This may be a fly-in visit. I'll cut straight to the chase. I've been looking into Kiv's case. And in doing so, I got this, and I pull out the sending stone.
Okay.
One a day, don't know who's gone the other end. Annoying bastard. They said they'd left something here.
Oh, yeah. There is a package in your name. I did open it already, because I...
Of course he did.
Yeah, I sometimes get some odd packages sent my way. So I'll bring that for you.
If you pick up a spell or two, you could have checked that out, actually, violating my privacy.
Yeah, well, I have to be double sure. Some things can be obscured by magic, so I hope you don't mind.
No, clearly I don't. Wouldn't have mentioned it if I minded.
Well, you could have just had it sent to your place of work instead, but...
I didn't send it, did I? Just said that.
I'll go and get it now. And you see she begins to head off. Darling, our loving son is here. And she just begins to head upstairs. As she leaves, you see coming around from the kitchen, Thodain's father. Jack, what does your dad look like?
Honestly, the best way I can describe him is dwarven Ned Flanders without the annoying religious aspects. Like he looks pleasant is the word. Like
Pleasant.
Glasses, rather soft looking, but not like a pushover. Just Thodain is visible, like he perks up a bit when his dad comes in. I'll say that much.
Like a teddy bear.
As you kind of hear that, turning around the corner from the kitchen, you see walking out is your father. You see him there with a wide smile across his face. Oh, Thodain! And he kind of goes over to you, gives you a big hug. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, son.
It's only been a month, Dad, but it's good to see you.
No, it's good to see you, mate. Come here. And he just gives you a big rub on your back, pat. Oh, look at you, you're so much bigger. Oh.
I actually think I've lost a bit, being on the road for a bit. But yeah, good to see you, Dad. You're looking well.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Good to see you, mate. Who's this? And he kind of looks up towards Ven.
Oh, I'm Ven. Nice to meet you, sir. And puts his hand up for a
Hello.
handshake.
No, we don't do that here. Come on, come down here. Come here.
Oh, okay. Gives him a hug.
Nice to meet you. Is this friend, partner? What's the
friend and helping me on a case, I'd say. Then we met when I was traveling to Trasvalar.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So you're investigator as well, or?
No.
Oh, all right.
We just happen to be going in the same direction. And...
She's quite good with magic, and I'm going to say people. And she helped out. When we did a stopover on the way to Tresvalar. Something came up. They helped out. And helped out a bit in Tresvalar too, where I was looking to Kiev.
Oh, that's great.
Ben's thinking like I did. What did I do?
That's amazing. Well, thank you very much for helping out my son and the issues with my daughter. But Thodain, you don't have to worry anymore. I've heard I've got a contact who's going to sort everything out for us. She's on the case. She's going to look out for Kivil, and she's going to really sort the situation out. So you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Contact Dad.
Well, she business partner. I've been working a lot with different people in different places. So I've got a place in Tresvalar as well that I kind of help out. She's amazing. She's helped inject a load of money into the business, and she really wants to help out. She really wants to do some good for us. I've had some run-ins with her before. She's this big mogul investor of sorts. She's done other businesses, bought them up. If you know the Reserve, she used to be kind of affiliated with them. She's done a load of good things. So I'm really looking forward to it. And she said that this sort of problem with what Kivil's experiencing is not it's not something that they normally handle, but she has ties. She knows some people in Leyrance that might help her out. So look, I don't want you to worry about Kivil anymore. She's going to be right as rain.
I appreciate that, Dad, and I'm glad you've met someone who's helping the business. But I met Kiv's boss, and he's asked me to look into it as well. So it's not just family now; it's even have been hired. And let's be honest, can't get much of a higher authority than that, can you?
Well, but how much can you really trust Korthak? She was with him after all, and look, I don't want to throw things in the wind and say negative things about people, but he was supposed to look after her, and he didn't. So we had to find different avenues.
I get that, Dad. But yeah, I've actually spoken to Korthak, as well as did Kiv ever mention a friend of ours, Antonia?
Oh yes, all the time.
Yeah. Spoken to both of them. They don't believe Kiv's done anything either. It's politics, Dad. It ain't them. It's the fact that enough people were against Kiv, and the fact that they got her to Leyrance is a sign that Korthak's on her side. Okay. You know what they would have done if it was anyone else. Okay, so I appreciate that you and this new friend of yours do what you can, but I'm going to do what I can. Now, do you actually have a name? You know some bigwigs in Leyrance. Who's this new partner of yours?
Marion is her name. She does a load of different work with people and businesses to help them keep going. We've been doing quite good for ourselves, but I will be honest, it's been a bit slow last few years, so she's really helped keep us going. And I thought I'd get to her, see if she had any influences, because she knows quite a lot of high people in high places. So look, I'm hoping that it's going to work out for Kivil, because I trust Merrin. I know that she's capable. I've seen what she's been able to do and the people that she's contacted. So, look, just relax. All right? You don't have to get in the way. You don't have to worry yourself about Kivil anymore. She'll be sorted. It's fine.
So, I've got Marion and the Reserve. Marion, sorry. Marion? Have I ever come across that name in that context before?
You can roll a history check.
Yay. Don't fail me now. 18. I'm doing well with disadvantages.
18. Merrin, it's a name that rings something in your head, mainly due to the noble people that you had encountered during your time as a kind of an investigator on the streets. Many people would turn to Merrin for advice or help, but she's a name that's been used through different areas. You don't know anything of her directly. She hasn't really stood out that much as a notable figure in history, but she has kind of worked around and has brought people up to high station. A few people in Leyront, specifically from House Vesper, have some ties with Merrin. They aren't investors themselves. There are other houses that deal in banking, but they've had some runnings in that you remember from just news articles and places here and there.
So they're a White Knight investor.
Somewhat, yeah. A silent investor, if you want to say it that way.
Okay.
Takes no credit,
Okay.
but does the work.
Right. Again, with like so many conspiracies lately, Thodain doesn't trust that.
Mm-hmm.
Between Fawn stuff and everything that's come up with Kiv, he immediately thinks that somebody's gone to his dad and is trying to make them. They're trying to make his family stop looking into it.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, right, Dad, and I get all of that, and I appreciate all of that. But at the end of the day, as much as I might say otherwise sometimes, I'm still Mum's son. You know, I've got to look into this myself.
Yeah, I know. I just worry that you might get in the way of everything happening. You know, just at that
moment,
point, at that point, you're
there's
beginning
a
to
visible
see.
wince.
Yeah.
Why would he get in the way? He's an amazing detective. I've seen him do it.
Max, this is where, because you said when we did the last session, over this session, the feats we picked might come into play.
Mm-hmm.
I picked telepathy. Thodain's now shout thinking, then shut up.
But
just basically, I'm wondering, does that go through?
You hear the words enter your mind from Thodain to tell you to stay quiet, but then you watch as you've already said the words, and you watch as Thodain's dad just kind of, like, for a moment, like there's this like blank expression where you say he's a good detective investigator. Yeah, well, he's good. Yeah, he's really good. He does the right job. He really gets those cases solved.
It's not like I'm retainer to an
Can I insight the situation?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
that was weird.
You can
What?
insight it.
That was very weird. What the fuck?
Fuck.
There's just this awkward air and tension kind of
Ben
going
just
on at the
turns
moment.
back around and continues making tea because he's not involved in this.
You hear the footsteps of Thodain's mother walk down. You can see she has a package in her hand, and your father Thodain just goes, "Oh, great! Your package." He just gestures over to your mum, who kind of walks down with a very stern walk and hands you over the package. As you can tell, I've already taken off the wrapping, but I've tried to leave it as it was before. You probably would notice that there's a slight crease there. That's me. Outside of that, it's all perfectly left as was. I did read the note inside, though. Ominous, I will say.
Yeah, well, let me just have a look, and then I'll consult with you. Thank you very much for getting it.
Is this a secret admirer of sorts?
No, like I said at the door, it's connected to Kiev, and they were threatening you. That's why I came over.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna open it. And any relaxed things he got from coming back home, it's gone. Like he's so stiff, it looks like he's about to pull a muscle if he moves too quick. Just gonna open the package and see what's inside.
You open the package and you see it's a square kind of cube, almost like a birthday present. Very archetypical kind of large bow on the top, bright colors, like it's for a kid's birthday party. You begin to kind of undo the bow, open it up, and you can see inside there are two things. There is some sort of cube in the middle, and there is a note that is just left to the side of it. The note is the same as you'd found that previous note, which is different letters kind of placed on top of this parchment to create a sentence. And as you read it, it says, "I hope you enjoy the challenge. Don't let the colours distract you from the prize within. Kiss." A little X at the end. As you kind of hold that for a second, you see inside the box is this cube, and the cube looks like a Rubik's Cube. There are different colors all around, different faces, different sizes, and it's just this kind of interlocking mechanism that you can shift around and move.
So they said that it opens and something's inside, right?
They said, "Don't let the colors distract you from the prize within."
Cool. I cast knock.
Now, how does knock work specifically? This is a puzzle. It's not a
The
lock.
The object can open a door, a box, or a chest is the one I'm going for specifically here.
Okay. This is a puzzle.
Another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access.
So
mundane lock or it's stuck or barred.
This is essentially like it is a puzzle more so than a chest. So the spell, I will say you don't use the spell slot, but it cannot be used in this instance. Not for this, I believe.
Okay, sweet. Worth a try.
Yeah.
That would have been so satisfying, though. Just
been, yeah.
oh, they've left me a puzzle. Done. Okay, sweet. I'll just can I have a look and is it? I've never seen a box like this before.
This looks like a toy. It looks like some sort of toy that you would give to a child to help do repetition and a simple puzzle to that regard. But you get the sense that it's been muddled up so much that it's like trying to undo a Rubik's Cube that's been put at difficulty 100. It's like, seems to be quite a difficult fix and solve. But for all intents and purposes, this is like a toy.
I mean, just look, this is Jack here. I once saw someone I went to school with do one of those 100 ones aside, blindfolded. So,
Why?
You know, I mean, because at a certain point, it's not actually a logic puzzle; it's just muscle memory. Anyway, cool. I'm just gonna give it a try right then and there.
Sure.
What kind of roll would that be?
This is an investigation check.
Ooh,
Cool. I'm gonna inspire myself.
You have a disadvantage
because yeah, that's hence the inspiring myself. So that would be a D6 added on. Wait, is it still a D6 at level 4?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, it goes up next level. Disadvantage.
Ooh, nice.
That is
That's cool.
Plus a D6. 27. What did I roll?
He
I got a
was about to
17
say
and a
that is
15.
Yeah,
just not
yeah.
enough. He was going to say that
Yeah.
is just not
This
enough.
this is where
Got
all
him.
the bad rolls were, before. This is what it's
Mhm.
accumulated to.
You
Yep.
motherfucker. That's all I'm
Gotcha.
going to say.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Max was just
As
going
you're
to
going
say that
through
is
it,
just
Thodain,
not enough.
as you're going through it, you see your mother just say, "Well, I've attempted it myself and I couldn't." You do it and instantly solved. You see, she kind of looks over with a
What
slight.
was that, Mum? I've got a... Yeah, sorry, Mum. I've got a pounding headache. What was that?
Huh?
Never mind. You see as you kind of interlock the colours into the proper size that they're supposed to be in. For a moment, you think that the cube itself, like a Rubik's Cube, someone has taken off the stickers on the colour of one of the corners and has kind of like placed them around in the wrong areas. But it's not. It's this specific corner can be twisted around, and you begin to realize that the corners can twist on themselves, which allow you to solve the puzzle. And you do so. It opens up and it unfurls, opening wide, and you see as a letter falls out of it. The letter is written in the same manner as the other one, and it says, "I'm surprised it took you this long."
Smug motherfucker.
But you now
Just immediately, oh, fuck you, he says out loud.
So you see that this opens up into almost like the squares, the cubes themselves follow into a longer item. They seem to almost elongate outwards, and they can be folded back in on themselves to create the cube once again. You can see that this cube seems to have some sort of magical essence to it, and now that it's in this open form, and I will share with you what the item is. And it does a few things as well.
How long did you think I was going to have that, Max?
Well, the DC is 25, so...
Ooh.
And you can only do it once per day.
Oh my god.
So it could have been a while.
Yeah.
You lucky bastard.
Oh my god.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, this is where Thodain went to the fuck you school of spellcasting.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
that's excellent.
Yeah. So it's a nice little gift that you've received. But it opens up, you kind of glimmer this from it, and you just see your mum just kind of stand there for a moment and oh, okay. Well done. Hopefully this secret admirer is not an issue further down the line, and you can get rid of them as soon as possible, because I do not want any more packages delivered.
They're not a secret admirer, Mum. I've said that a couple of times now. If you care to listen. And I'm just going to read the rest of this note, so if you'll excuse me, I've got some work to do. I'll be out of your hair in a moment.
Okay. Ven, what do you do during all of this? You can see at some points as Thodain goes by himself and kind of like just looks over these things. The mum is like looking over in your direction and just kind of like staring you up and down.
Me? He's prepared this entire time.
So what do
No,
you do
yes.
then?
As a job?
Yes.
Mostly an entertainer, traveling musician.
You
Thing.
see, she kind of growls as you say that. You hear this kind of like, okay, entertainer. A bard?
Not really. I also have some magical abilities, but they do not come from my music or anything like that.
What sort of music do you play? Don't mind me asking.
bit of everything. Not maybe like the hardcore ones, but something fun to dance to in a tavern, or sometimes maybe a little somber.
My father used to be a bard, an entertainer. He was quite good at it as well. Yeah. But he pursued that life more so than what he was actually good at, which is investigating.
Oh, so it runs in the family? The whole investigating business?
She looks over at Thodain for a second. I guess you could say so, yes.
I see.
There are varying degrees of what we deal in, as some of us work for a higher power. I work for the Vorid Empire, ensure that safety is brought to this city. And then you have others like Thodain who help the common man with sex scandals and such.
What?
Oh, has he not told you?
Okay, do I have any case that would have been like actually really fucking good? Please tell me I've caught an art thief. Just please. Just throw it in her face.
You tell me, Thodain. You tell me. Was there one that stood out?
I want to say yes, but that is purely because I'm in Thodain's brain right now. 1 second, I'm flipping a coin. Heads yes, tails no. That is a heads. Yeah, cool. Once got an art thief in a big museum in Leyrons. The coin, thank you, coin. Thank you for not fucking me today. Normally it hates me. Yeah, so just go, yeah, Mum, I've also stopped an actual heist, so you've caught purse snatchers, drunken disorderlies. Yeah, common people. That's what I do.
Well, I think both are important, regardless of how big of a scale the crime is, let's say.
That's right. All
Everything has
crime
its
should be
place.
punishable.
Right. He's
Yes.
told me you're a
Some of us
guard,
get
right?
paid. Some of us get
Yes.
paid a good wage for what we do.
I've been a guard for the better part of 40 years. Been doing it since I was a young girl here in the Void Empire. Not my original home, but I've been here for a long period of time. I was here when the waves hit, and I'm still standing now, so it has been a long and perilous journey.
That must have been...
You still speak like you're putting on airs.
Well, that must have been a really difficult time for you, especially since you were very young, right?
Well, it's not a difficult time if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Both kids ran away from home screaming. You know what you're doing.
Oh.
And supposedly they found better lives. But one of them's in jail,
Yeah,
and one of
one's
them is here.
Yeah, not the one you thought would be in jail, is it? Not the Golden Girl.
I sense a little bit of animosity, Thodain.
No. Wow, you should be a detective.
How long will you be staying for?
I'll be going once I've read this and made sure, you're not still being watched, because clearly you were. Good catch there. By the way, I'd look into Dad's partner, if you haven't already.
What your father does in his spare time is up to him. I found that
when your daughter's
sometimes...
at the centre of a big political scandal, you go the extra mile.
And sometimes you have to leave a little bit of trust.
You have some of that? Wow, that's new. Where'd you get that? Was it on sale?
Your dad's a brewer, right?
It's a good one.
I love brewing mead, wine, do all sorts of things really. We've been experimenting with some bits of whiskey here and there, but yeah, I try and stay away from all of this business. As you can probably tell, then
Makes the best ale on the continent.
I
That
do,
does.
yeah, I do. This is a normal occurrence, so don't let what happens today make you feel uncomfortable. I can see there's a little bit of that already, but what they have is there's love there. There's a bit of love.
Ben doubts, but he nods anyway.
I'd say Thodain and I'm going to say his mother would both nod there, reluctantly though.
Yeah. One thing as well. I was going through some old stuff that we had in the storage locker, and I have a few things from you, Thodain. So let me just get those for you, and he'll just kind of move for a sec.
Right, Dad, it's not the baby paintings. Dad, no.
Baby pictures of Thodain. I must see this now. Do you have some turns to his mom?
Mom, no, Mom.
I will say, when he came out, he was quite an ugly baby, but he eventually grew into something at least palatable.
You know, I had to take something from yourself. Didn't get the fucking height.
Ben is so uncomfortable in this house. Can I say that? He doesn't know what to say anymore.
I hate this. I actually hate all of this. All of this is the worst. I hate this so much. It sucks. All of it is bad.
This is where I have to go. This is where I have to go. Jack in real life loves his mom, and they are best friends.
Hi, Jack, Mom, if you're watching.
So this is not me projecting. This is not me projecting.
Oh my god, this actually hurts to listen to. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, I wanna. Oh, I hate this so much.
Well, he reminds me a lot of my dad, actually. Also, you know, besides being a dwarf, they kind of have the similar happy-go-lucky personality, I would say.
Happy-go-lucky?
I think they would get along.
I've never seen Thodain smile once.
Oh no, I meant Dad.
You're talking about Dad, Mum. He's talking about Dad.
He's very smiley.
But yeah, I think they would get along. I mean, Dad's not much of a drinker, but you know, he appreciates a good beer.
Well, I have his dad. He's just good at making the stuff. He's very responsible when he drinks it.
At this point, you hear arriving back with a box full of things, knickknacks that have been left hanging out to the side. You see Thodain's dad reappear. All right, well, look, I've got this. This was just left around some of your bits. Kivel's taken her things already. I'm doing a bit of revamp downstairs, a bit of a games night with all of the lads, so I thought I'd just give you your things rather than throw them in the bin. So, here you go.
Appreciate it, Dad. And remember what we've all told you about your tell. Okay?
Look,
you're not good at bluffing.
I try my best, right. Okay? Look, it's something I'm working on.
Mom, has he listened?
No, not at all.
Ah, for God's sake. Right, Dad, it's always with your mouth. Get some gum. Pretend to smoke. Just because you always do that thing with your lip. Just keep it occupied.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dad, you don't so much bite your lip as you're trying to gnaw straight through it when you've got a good hand.
I might just wear like a face mask or something. People wear glasses.
You're going too far with that. Like, seriously, get a toothpick or something. Change the habit that way.
For once, I agree with Thodain. I think that's a good, insightful way of working around your towel.
Because other than that, Dad, it's only when you get a good hand that your game goes to shit. You're good and you got a bad hand, shockingly.
I'm just quite lucky.
Yeah, well, one of us had to be.
Oh no, Thodain, don't say that about yourself. You're a real strong guy.
Dad, you could trip and land in a pot of gold. The rest of us could trip and we'd land in shit, okay? Lucky is quite literally your thing. For God's sake, did I just give my dad the lucky feat?
I also wanted to ask, since I've never been in the city before, and we didn't have a lot of time when we were going here because we were kind of rushing, make sure you're okay. Is there any stores that would be open right now?
What is it you're looking for?
Just some clothes. Something maybe a little fancier.
Yes.
And there's a big how do you do on the ship, so...
There is a clothes shop, which has been newly instated in the Chestnut Haven area, not too far from here. It's called the Thespians Regalia franchise. It's been spreading out across many different areas, so they might have something for you if you're looking.
Thank you. And notes it down.
Thodain, you receive this box full of your things. You can see inside there is like an old journal that you had that you used for when you were kind of growing up. You see some other little trinkets here and there. You also see like a little teddy bear in there, one that you had when you were younger, just kind of laid there in the bottom. And some other things as well. There's some frame paintings in there, some photos, nothing too kind of familial or very kind of sterile in how they're posed. Very like stand in a line, smile. Only your dad smiles in the photos. Everyone else just has a straight face. Kind of that sort of vibe.
There you go. Big happy family. He says, with no irony, by the way. Like that's how bad the dysfunction is. Yeah. Good. I'm gonna ad lib that. Whenever a character has a teddy bear, I always go for my actual teddy bear. It's Snow Bear. I got a little polar bear when I was 3, and I named him Snow Bear because
Aww.
I had no imagination. Oh wait, I had a permanently blocked nose. So it was Stow Bear. He's still
That's
here.
so cute.
Oh yeah, he's up there.
As you're kind of holding the polar bear teddy bear, reminiscing, it's not small, it's quite large. It's not like the largest thing either, but it's big enough for you to hold in like both hands and have there by your side. You see as you're holding it, your mother just responds, that was I remember that one. That's something my father had gifted you.
Yeah, Granddad was... He knew what I'd like. How's he look? Does he look like he's been tattered?
No, you know what? Looks pretty in pristine condition. Looks like the arms are nicely sewn together. There's no like wear and tear of it. You remember like battering it up a little bit, like through like when you ran through the streets doing your detective work. Sometimes it fall into mud and whatnot, but it's been kept in really good condition.
He was the best partner I ever had. Thanks, Dad, and thanks, Mum. I know you're the one who can sew.
You see, she kind of looks over. I didn't do anything to it. That's just your good keeping of your items.
Because kids are known to not batter up their toys at all. But you know what, Mum? Don't take a fucking compliment.
You see, as your dad's standing there awkwardly. Well, we've still got some food going if you want to get something, but it sounds like you're about to go, so... Yeah.
No, we've only got so long before the ship goes off again. But, yeah. It was to see you. Both.
Yeah, it was good to see you again, mate. And you see he goes in for a hug on you, Thodain. Love you, mate. Love you.
Love you too, Dad. And he's gonna go to his mum and do like, for what of a better term, the handshake to very firm, like shoulder hug thing.
You lock hands. You pull in to do the shoulder hug, and she just kind of like stands there awkwardly.
As Thodain's there, he goes, looking to his partner. I'm serious, as quietly as he can.
You just hear, I am.
And then he just goes, with legitimate pride and fondness. Knew you would.
You say your goodbyes, for then you see as the mum is still kind of looking down towards Thodain and sorting out her own business. The dad walks up to you. Well, it was lovely to meet you. Hopefully we get to see you again sometime. If you want to bring the others around as well, we'll make a big old feast. Maybe we can play some cards downstairs. I'll try and get rid of my towel though, so you better be better build up your luck.
I will try, and hey, we can always maybe taste your beer. Heard it was the best down.
Yeah, well,
in
look,
town.
I've got some experimental ones. Let me just get that for you. You hear him begin to rush off. You hear clanking of bottles. You hear them smash on the ground. Ah, fuck. Gets another one. Runs up. There you go. Take it lightly. Bit heavy. Bit. Ooh, shouldn't be running. Ooh.
Dad, what have we said?
Hey, look. One flight of stairs and I'm done. Oh.
Seriously, Dad, you need to cut back on the red meats. We've been over this.
Oh, I can't help it. I love it raw. Oh well.
For fuck's sake, Dad!
Then just
What can I
slowly
say?
takes a sip of the beer to try it. He's just like, I want to be out of this situation mentally or
What did I
physically.
say this time? What did I say?
Dad, Mom, you're
Well-
still doing it.
Well, that's how you came about, Thodain, so don't tell
Oh!
No, that's enough. That's enough.
Van is this close to just taking an
No,
entire swig of that alcohol.
No,
Oh my
no,
god, it keeps getting
no,
worse.
no.
So yeah, Ven, that's the fruit blend stuff he's done. Not normally see that in a beer, more of a cider. I think it's quite nice. Anyway, bye-bye.
It was nice meeting you.
Bye. Good to see you.
Bye.
Hold on, let me get the door.
Oh my god.
All right. See you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Door closes.
You have very peculiar parents.
Yeah, I suddenly make a bit more sense, don't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Your mom confuses me the most, I think. Your dad, I get. He's similar to mine, but
Have you ever heard the
Nonsense.
term workaholic?
yes, that's what you are.
No, that's what Mum is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm light by comparison.
And then apple doesn't fall from the tree. What?
I'm I look, Kiv takes after Dad. I take after Mum. It's my curse to bear.
Yeah, she just seemed a little cold, I guess.
Little girl.
Maybe a little more. Also, you were pretty mean to her, too.
You try growing up with that constantly compared to your sister, who basically was next in line to be the head of a state.
Yeah, I guess that does do some sort of damage. Just weird. My mom was never that way. I mean,
fuck
I
is
also
that like?
wasn't nice. She's nice and gives the best
you-
hugs.
Wait. You can have two supportive parents.
I would hope. I know most people don't, but I was quite
You're-
lucky.
You're fucking weird.
Okay, well, I didn't,
I mean, that is an insult. Like, I'm jealous, but that's weird.
yeah.
What's that like?
I mean, they took me in when I was around 3, 2, something like that.
So you're adopt. See, because
Well,
I know some.
I hope
sometimes-
you guys would assume, because I said my dad was a dwarf and my mom is an elf, so...
Sometimes pop up unexpectedly. Like, Well, I was meant to. It could have gone either way.
No, I don't want to think about that. But they've been they're great.
Please tell me your dad's not also a brewer, because I'd hate to have a family thing going on.
He's more of an architect kind of guy.
Okay, the other dwarven craft, got you.
Well, he's not like, super famous for it or anything. Just kind of does many projects.
My dad's not a famous brewer. It doesn't mean it's not, proud dwarven tradition. I mean, I could do a bit of brewing. I don't know a bit about stonework.
Huh. The more you know.
Yeah, it's... Look, everyone made the joke when I was little. I had a bit of a look into it. There's some interesting shit. And yeah, that's it, really.
Okay, so you guys begin to leave and head quickly to the Thespian's Regalia to buy some clothes. We'll just kind of go through it quickly. So you find the appropriate attire that you're looking for. You get some clothes for yourselves. Do you buy anything for Sienna and Thorn and Fennell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for Thorn is a green waistcoat kind of thing, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what we said last time.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, since it's been discussed before, next session or when we have the ball, you can describe what the characters look like. But you've purchased the items. To do so, we'll say that because you're buying some final wares, it'll put you back about 20 gold pieces. So you will need to subtract that from your inventory. But you buy some nice clothes.
Like both of us,
just
or
for the whole set.
I've got it covered as an apology for the awkwardness.
Okay. So 20
No,
gold
it's
pieces.
fine.
Apology.
All right. And then do you guys head back to the Cavalier? It is like midnight at this point as you're like walking through. Okay.
Oh, Thodain's stopping off at a bar to get a drink and a half after that. He's not going all the way back without something like that.
Sure. You
You
grab
could get
a
it
few
for free on the
drinks.
ship.
Yeah, no, look, he's going to a place that he remembers fondly because like the local from home.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
Also, just by the way, on the topic of good dwarven tradition, we have 2 dwarves in these 2 campaigns. Guess what their parents do?
Yeah.
They're brewers.
Oh, brewers.
Yep.
Both of them. Both
Mhm.
parents are
Poor
brewers.
brewers. And I had nothing to do
And
with
they-
that.
Yeah, Jack and Arda have never talked to each other.
No.
Like, never.
That's
They've never
fucking
interacted.
hilarious.
I mean, Blacksmith felt overplayed, and I
Yeah,
can't.
and
as
Arda's
much-
character is a blacksmith, so
There we go.
yeah.
Fucking break tradition. Have them own tea shops or something.
You can,
Break the mold.
he's doing experimental fruity beers. That's the least dwarven you can get.
That's kind of
Is that-
true.
And he looks like, and he's a dwarven Ned Flanders.
Hey,
How is that
listen.
dwarfy?
Amazing.
Listen, it's Pride Month. He's gotta add the fruit.
Yeah. Yep.
Fruity. So you have 6 of those
Very true.
beers. Just write that in your inventory. 6
Me?
beers. Yeah.
I've been given
You were given.
six,
You were given the
guys.
casket. Yeah. You have
That's fucking amazing.
6 bottles of them. And we're going to go over quickly to Thorn and Sienna whilst you guys are on your way back to the Cavalier. So Thorn and Sienna, you guys have been in the room for a while. The others aren't coming back until much later. It's getting late. Do you go to bed? Do you stay up? What's the plan with you two?
I'm definitely cleaning first.
Yeah.
Because, that's on me.
Mhm.
So yeah, just cleaning up, making sure there's no dangerous, making sure there's nothing you can step on that would give you illnesses. And then she's gonna just put all that into the rubbish bin, and then probably go to Beige and be like, so we might need new plates.
What happened with
Beige,
the previous
are you there?
plates, may I ask?
There was a bit of an accident.
That's a shame. Was anyone hurt?
Yeah. No. No injury involved, thank God.
Okay. By the way, I have a question for you, Sienna.
Yes.
Is Beige a good name?
Well, it was the first thing you thought of, and often it makes things too complicated to think beyond one's first instinct.
Hmm.
And like, it's a nice name, right?
Do you like it?
I do. It's unique.
Sometimes uniqueness can be a distraction.
Mm, wise words. But sometimes it's important to stand out a bit, because you don't want to be like everyone else. It gets really boring really quickly.
Stand out. Okay.
Mm.
Noted. Thank you very much. I will be sure to send through some more plates for you now. Anything else that you
Thank you.
wish?
I was told there's a library on board, correct?
Yes, there is. Would you like us to bring a
Amazing.
section of the library to you?
No, nothing that complicated. Just maybe. Do you have a children's section?
Yes, we have an
In particular,
extended area for children.
Oh, that is amazing. Anything in
treat
there
me like a
that's
child.
about learning. I'm not.
Okay. Just
Anything in there that's about learning how to read, and to write, both of those combined, if possible.
Yes, the Cavalier has gathered many information from various scholars throughout the world. There are dictionaries, vocabulary books for not just common, but as well as many different languages out there in the world. If you wish to go down there and look for the section, you can be sure to take it back to your room.
Lovely, lovely. Well, that's a thing to do for tomorrow, but I think not for tonight.
And
So,
if you're
no.
looking to entertain children for a while, there is also a ball pit right next door.
No, okay. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your night, sleep well, and dream nicely. Ding dong.
I will. Yeah. And then she just pushes the couch back into the position it was previously and makes sure that there's no tells.
Hello,
of one,
I'm here with the
and
plates.
fire.
I heard there was a problem.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
I hate this
Yes.
thing. I hate
All
it.
right,
Thank
here
you.
I am. Hello.
Thank
Here are your
you.
plates. These ones are made out
I'm
of a
sorry,
hardened
it's quite
metal.
late. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
it's okay.
excellent.
It's okay. I stay up all night. Coffee helps
Oh,
a
that
lot.
must be exhausting.
Well, gotta look out for you guys. You're VIP.
Well, most of us are currently not on the ship, so if you want to take a rest, feel free to do so.
Oh shit!
Because
Can I
the
use
ones
one
that
of your
are on the ship,
beds?
they won't be. Honestly, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Just make sure not to disturb any of the other rooms, okay?
Yeah. No worries. No worries. I don't snore. Thanks.
Perfect. And I show him to one of the ones towards the edge, so Thorin doesn't
Oh,
get disturbed.
this is lovely. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll
You
try.
should enter like the large tree, and then maybe you can actually go towards one of these as a guest.
Oh, excellent. Do you
Sort
think
of
I
what we
could?
did.
Do you think I could order some food as well?
I'm not sure how pleased any of your bosses would be if they found out you're
Yeah, but they
here.
don't have to
So
find out, do
maybe
they?
stay a bit low. Yeah, but if you order food,
But if you ordered
you
food,
would do it through.
if you
That's
ordered too
true.
much food, and then I could have a bit of it.
Yeah, but see, we're kind of here on like we were gifted this place, right? And I don't want to abuse it.
All right. Well, look. Have you ever tried caviar? I don't know what it's called. Caviar. It's like little
Caviar,
baby
the
fish.
fish eggs.
Yeah. Have you tried that?
No, I've not. Well, no.
Well, should we give it a
But
go?
I think that falls under the category of abusing this gift that was given to us. I'm sorry, but no, I can't do that.
Oh.
I can order like soup or something. It's
No,
it's a
you're
bit
all right.
generic, I know.
No, it's all right. I don't need soup.
Okay.
Okay. Well, can I have a bath?
No.
I'm sorry. I could just sleep in this bed.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
did
if you
this
no
to
longer want
yourself.
to.
Why?
You know
You did
what?
this to yourself.
You know
Why
what?
did you do
I'm,
this?
I'm gonna pass. This was a really nice experience, but it sounds a bit. I don't know. Something's dodgy's going on. You smashed some plates. I could smell a bit of blood in the air. Yeah, I think.
Leonie. She's gone. Why? Why did you do that to yourself?
She's
You
not
can't
laughing.
just leave a conversation when it gets awkward.
She's
You.
now
You
having
let her
trouble.
in game. She just walks away.
Leonie.
As soon as I started the door, I was like, calling my name.
Oh
If you had an
my
apple, what was I going to do? I'm sorry.
Sorry, has that been an option my entire life? If something gets too awkward, to just leave? I don't have to stay there.
I thought you were like, this is too awkward. I have to leave. Oh my god.
Obviously, that's
I thought-
exactly what happened.
I thought you just like quit. I was like, I thought you were like, you know what? I'm
I
done.
got an apple.
Next time someone does that, we all need to leave when they come back.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god.
This is awkward.
Leonie.
Leaves apple. Apple.
This guy that
Apple.
you've allowed entry into the VIP suite, you've given him a bed.
Yes.
He's tried to ask
Apple.
for more of the luxuries,
Apple flavor.
Yeah.
and he just kind of looks in your direction. Yeah, this sounds like it's a sex thing, so I'm just gonna leave.
No. It's not a sex thing.
Let him-
Please
let him go, let him go.
Let me go,
Let him
please.
go.
You're pulling on my
Let him go.
You're pulling on my
Let him go.
t-shirt.
Let him go.
All
Let him
right,
go.
this is getting
Yeah, have a
weird.
nice,
Let him
have a
go.
nice night.
This is
Have a
getting
nice night.
weird. Okay, I'm not safe here. I'm not safe in this place. He starts looking around a bit panicked. I'm gonna go. I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
It won't. I promise. It won't.
Of all of the characters to be a sexual predator, none of us thought it'd be Sienna.
Not at
What a
all.
twist! What a
But-
twist! Eh?
Why?
I didn't even
Deviant.
know how
Even-
that
Oh
list
my
would
God.
go.
Why did you even entertain that idea?
Oh, because they
Why?
already. Because he clearly thought you were in the mood to smash because on account of the plates.
Smash
I
it.
just wanted to be nice.
No,
So,
that was awful. Bad attempt. Bad
Thorn.
Sienna.
Thorn, you watch this
Yeah.
disaster take place.
Yeah, I think she's sort of like keeping herself hidden by peeking out of the room, but she's
Yeah.
like has her knife ready in case something happens.
Mhm. You just see this
But-
human guy is like banging against the door. Oh, fucking hell, let me out! Let me out! He's like messing around with a handle.
Just, the door's open. Just
Oh,
doors not
and he
locked.
just leaves.
Push, not pull.
Oh,
Good night.
thanks.
I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry. And then she's just gonna close the door after him and just lean against it and just. Oh my god, that was the worst. Why did I do
What?
that?
What the fuck did you do?
I
Who was
I
that?
said if he wanted to relax, he could take a break, and then he asked if he could do it in here, and I didn't see the harm in that, but then he kept asking for more. Should I have let him take a bath?
You shouldn't have told him to take a break in general.
But he said that he had to work the entire day, and that seemed unfair to me. I said the only thing
That's-
keeping him going was coffee.
That's
That's
his
unhealthy.
problem. He decided to work. It's not our fault.
That's true, I guess, but that's true.
Don't do that again.
I won't. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Right.
Thorn
Do we
goes
want to go
back
to
in
bed?
the room.
I feel like between all these awkward conversations, everyone should take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Psychic
really.
damage.
It does seem like it's going that way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Thorn and Sienna, the two of you head to sleep.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, so Sienna does.
Not necessarily.
God damn it.
Well, you
She
have
just
your own
doesn't go to.
rooms.
She goes to her room.
You have
she
your own
goes to her
rooms to
room, but she
sleep
doesn't
in.
go to sleep.
Okay,
Okay.
so you go away
Yeah,
with the
then Sienna's
intention
just
of
gonna-
sleeping. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
all
Yeah,
right.
Sienna's just gonna say, alright, if you need anything, I'll be in the room right next to you, so don't hesitate.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
And then Sienna's going to go to bed because that was embarrassing, and she has to recover from that.
Your room.
If one of you two come back and we have an embarrassing conversation, I'm gonna kill you. Me, Cassidy, will kill you. I've had
That's
enough.
That's fair.
Thorn, the room that you're staying in has a window that looks out to the rest of the dockyard. You can see out, you can see the rest of the... It's like a full... One side of the wall is just complete glass, but the curtains are covered, so they keep it all nice and dark. You lay on the bed just by yourself with... That moment of aggression that you had, smashing the plates, helped Zen out, certainly. But what does Thorn do?
I think she closes the curtains on the window and makes sure it's locked. And then I think she just takes one of the blankets and just pulls it over her, and she's just sitting there crisscross, and she's just staring at the magician, thinking like, how did he know?
You pull the cover
and-
over your
yeah.
head, and as you sit there cross-legged on the bed, you look down further and you see these two large eyes staring back at you, like a tiger hiding in a cave. You see the eyes stare at you with a growl. It stares as you put that cover over your head, and then you begin to feel the breath against your skin.
I want you to leave me alone.
Why? Why do you run?
You know damn well why I run.
No. No run.
We can't. We're gonna hurt somebody. Somebody that we don't want to hurt.
The face pushes closer to you, and the edge of your vision can see the nose poking forward of a tiger's face. Black snub nose at the end, but then you see the whiskers poke out further forward, followed by the fangs underneath. Weak. You are weak.
I think she punches it in the face.
You.
And she grabs the covers off of her. Yeah.
Make a melee attack.
Okay. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Where's my thing? Ah.
Mind
Okay.
punch.
Mind punch. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. I'll just fucking... it's a 16, and I think that's +9, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
You punch the nose of the tiger. Roll for damage as well. Because you're doing an unarmed strike, it will just be 1 plus your strength.
Yeah, okay. Strength. Wait, huh? Sorry, there's a lot of things
Strength.
I'm looking at. Give me a second.
What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +2.
Okay, so 3 points of damage at the end of its nose. You feel it connect. Bang. You hit against almost like a hard wall as you hit it hard. You see it take the brunt of the attack, and then you pull the covers off. But as you do, you find yourself pulling them away, and the cover itself almost catches in the wind and just disappears from your hand as you are no longer on the bed, but instead in this expanse of just black. and you can see the tiger about 15 feet away from you. What's next? It grows closer.
I'm looking around. Is there anything I can go to?
Plain
Anything?
expanse. You can run and see what you find.
Yeah. I think she's just gonna run.
You begin to run as fast as you can. And then you hear the growl as this tiger begins to pursue you. You run as fast as you can. That sound of the four-legged beast chasing your tail, you hear it behind you as you're running as fast as you can, and then you hear it almost become echoing. You can now hear that sound coming from where you're running towards, and then at that point you see the tiger beginning to grow closer as you are running directly towards it. No, run! And it jumps up, and it's going to make an attack against you. What's your AC?
Good question. What is my AC? It is 16.
16. That is going to be a 17, so it hits. You feel this claw come at you and scrape across your chest. You take 11 points of piercing damage as it just sinks in and then recoils back for a second, keeping low to the shadows. What do you do in return?
Run. I think she obviously recoils back, holds her chest, sees the blood. She just laughs. You think I haven't had worse? Is that the best you can do?
I'm playing nicely.
Well, I'm not. And do I have any weapons on me at all?
You just have your fists.
Or... Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna punch the tiger again.
Okay. You rush up.
Uh,
Roll with advantage. As you make a melee attack.
advantage. Melee, yes. Okay. So, I think this is right. If I'm not, then... Oh well. Ah, I can't... whatever. Fuck it. Oh... That's +9 though, so that's...
You have advantage. You can roll again.
Advantage?
Okay, great. Awesome. Fuck.
Never mind.
18 still hits.
Great. So yeah,
you
I just
roll
punched him in
your
the face.
melee attack, which will be 3 damage, but also add your sneak attack because you had advantage against him.
Oh, okay.
Which at this level is
Yes.
still 2d6, I believe.
Hold on, I'm reading. You can do an extra 1d6 damage.
No, it should be more.
So it's just 1d6. You know what? It didn't change on my screen. It just says 1d6. I don't know. I'm bad at the forge.
Oh yeah, it won't change on the actual thing. It'll change on the description. Will still say when it goes up. Then it's the same for my bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay. Got it. So it is 2d6. Okay. Got it. Man, the forge kind of sucks.
12.
Alright, 12 points of damage.
Okay, 12 points. So 15 total. You rush up after saying that and wallop across the face of this tiger. You hit it so square in the jaw, it recoils and goes flying slightly. And it goes out of sight. You do have fight in you. The voice is all around you. To the left, to the right, behind, in front. Why do you run still?
I'm not ready.
You don't have to be. I'm ready. And that's when you hear another leap towards you as it makes another attack from the shadows. That'll be a 20 to hit. And that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage this time.
Vey. Stop it. It's not cool.
Sinks into your back, scrapes along. You feel that pain, and it just stands there now, looking down at you. No longer on all fours, but now it's were-tiger form standing up and looking down. You see blood dripping from its mouth. You see a claw mark in its chest, and its back itself is also bleeding. It looks at you. You and I are the same. I do not want weakness, so fight. If you don't, I will. You see a clawed hand, one finger, points to your chest. I will protect. Taps your chest twice. We will protect. And then this dream that you find yourself in fades away, and you wake up, tossing the quilt off of you, disturbed awake as you hear someone at the door. Thodain and Ven, the two of you, arrive back at your VIP suite. It is 1 o'clock in the morning by the time you've gone, grabbed clothes, and headed back up to the Cavalier. So the two of you are exhausted from a long days of just traveling and moving around. But you arrive back at the suite.
Gonna say Thodain's not drunk, but definitely on the far side of tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he saw his mother.
Ven is carrying a load of bags, I imagine.
Yeah. And half of Thodain as well, because I don't know if he can walk.
I've actually got pretty good. I've got pretty good constitution, so
Okay.
there should be. Max, do you want a constitution saving throw?
No, you're okay. I should have had this active when we were in the Hourglass, but I forgot. Anyway.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Why did you need to make it red? Oh.
What do you want me to say? It's orange.
That is the shade of orange that invokes hostility.
Orange?
Yeah,
Maybe I'm colorblind, bro. I don't
What the
know.
fuck are we talking about? Wait, what? Oh.
Foundry. Do you see the red glow on my face because my other screen is Foundry?
That's orange.
Like, let me show you the difference, okay?
That's
this
orange.
is normal website. Foundry.
You look like you've got a nice tan going on, Robbie.
Wait.
Yeah.
Robbie, go back and then back to Forge.
Okay.
Someone open the Ark of the fucking Covenant, it looks like. Don't open your eyes!
Hey, it matches my weights in the back, it's fine.
Flexing.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you arrive. Is there anything that you guys get up to, or are you just heading to bed?
Mum never believed in me.
Oh,
I'm kidding. He's
Oh,
not.
thank God. Thank fucking God.
He's a bit giggly because he's tipsy, but he's largely laughing to what he's thinking to himself. Which I get, Max, because I just got telepathy.
Yeah.
Do I have filters on, or am I broadcasting some of my
God.
like? Then would be picking up bits and bobs of what I'm thinking.
Just blah, 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 blah.
In this drunken state, it's like static to most people, but then the odd, oh, my mum.
I feel like Ben's just
the occasional rest
Lord.
present. I'll show her what's what. Right.
I think Thorn peeks out of her room and she's just like, "What happened with you
He's-
guys?" And she looks like
Sweating.
shit. just like tussled and like bags
What
under her
happened to
eyes.
you?
I'm fine.
This isn't me making a joke or
Right,
poking fun,
okay.
but
Sure.
how much different from that than normal is that? Because no, seriously, Fawn's had
No,
quite a
I
few
have an
episodes.
answer. I have an answer because whenever she was, manic before, she had this look in her eyes that wasn't necessarily like, she's going insane, but right now she looks just incredibly tired. Like before she was sort of like, I don't know, but she's like it looks like she's gone days without sleep at this point. She has bags under her eyes. She's just tired and more slouched over than usual.
All right. Well,
Would you like a fruit beer? My dad gave us some.
no.
No.
I'm like actively putting away the
Not
beer
even
and
here,
put it in my
no.
bag. Okay,
Um,
both of you are going to go to sleep now because we have a very busy day ahead of us. So and I'm like shooing away Thodain into his room.
I don't think I'd make it there. With the point of
Yeah,
exhaustion. With the point of exhaustion, I think I'm passing out on the couch.
I pick him up and I put him in his bed. Fuck
Yeah.
I'm
sake.
dense. I'm dense. I'm a dwarf. I'm still a dense motherfucker.
He's carried bags for an hour. He can carry a fucking dwarf. At this point, he'll drag you across the floor if he has to. Fuck's sake.
Turns out Ben's a sorcerer of 20 strength. Just get pick us all up.
No, he's not. But he's done. Thorn, I get you don't want to talk about it, so we can just discuss in the morning if you're down for that.
There's nothing to discuss. And she just like,
Okay, everybody's assigned to not tell me anything anymore. He just goes into the bathroom. He's like, I'm not.
Half asleep Thodain, nothing to discuss. Here.
Then
Just
you
drops all the
throw your
bags,
yeah.
God,
I'm fucking done with this,
Throws the-
okay?
Throws the bags and Thodain just on the floor.
No, you're already in bed. You're not
It's
here.
okay, I'll pick myself up.
You're in bed. Closes doors. God.
I think
Why is there an orc in my bed?
Ben's like this close to swearing. He's like, God freaking damn it. Freaking frick. Just going to
I
the
think Thorn just like sits on the couch. And if Thodain did not make it to his bed, she's just like sitting next to him,
He isn't.
just like awkwardly.
He is in bed.
I'm saying
No,
if.
Let me and Thorn have a moment, damn it.
Let us have a moment, for fuck's sake.
No.
Look, me and Thorn, the closest either of us have, besides Sienna, to a functional relationship, okay? Let us have this.
Yes, true.
But I think did Ven leave his sort of like cloak with Thorn, or did he take it with him?
He
'Cause you
probably
said you
would have
put a
left it
Okay.
with her.
I think after Ven storms out, she sort of just like haphazardly tosses it over over Thodain, not like really caring if it really just like covers him up or not. Maybe it's just
Oh.
like half over his head or something.
Yeah, it's definitely over my face. What
And
the
she
fuck?
just sort of like sits next to his feet and just like does not want to go back to that dream space, so she stays awake as much as she can, anyways.
You have a quick moment as you just wait there, and then Ven promptly drags Thodain to his bed, throws him in bed,
Ow,
and then
ow, ow, on the stairs. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh
but
my
then
God.
you kind of leave this situation, head to the toilet. Large mirror, large kind of pristine suite of an oversized, almost like a jacuzzi of sorts in the middle of this bathroom, as well as like different baths, shower heads, everything.
We have a jacuzzi.
Yes. You head in. For a moment, there's no lights on, but you can see the shadow that you carry with you just stands there, leaning against the mirror, whose reflection does not seem to be there. They just look in your direction as you close the door. Everything all right? A bit stressed?
A long day. My feet are killing me, just like blinks off the heels.
All right, well, we can sort that out. Sit down and put your feet up. You hear the chair, which is like left next to the bath, drag over. You see the bath itself, taps begin to turn on as hot water is being poured out. Just relax, and we'll sort everything out.
No bath. Remember?
Just a bit
Only
of warm
showers.
water. Don't worry. You see the tap stop, just to leave a little bit at the bottom, and you watch as you bring your feet out. You feel the hands of the feminine figure of the shadow hold them for a moment, and you watch as a cup picks up the water inside and begins to pour it over your feet, and the shadow begins to almost massage your feet slowly, and you see the expression look up to you. Now, there's no need to be upset. Long days, tiresome days, they're all the same. You just need to indulge yourself every so often. You've been walking for a long time, then. This is your moment to relax.
I guess so. There's so many things that have happened. I can't help but be slightly worried.
Worried why?
Well, other than the Shadow Man Fae thing that's been apparently watching us and it still is and knows things. I'm still getting used to people.
I wouldn't worry about that shadow anymore. They aren't here, present, or accounted for. I would know if they were. So they're no longer spying on you. You keep new company. It's fresh. The growing pains are still there, but all very necessary.
I guess so.
You see
So.
the form shift into the male figure. And what would you have me do in return, young Ven? How may I be of assistance for you? To help ease any doubts that you might have.
Well, I'm not sure. I guess I'm relieved that that thing isn't watching us anymore for now. But, you know, I don't know about the people here, if they would take it very well if they found out. Especially the dwarf. He does not seem to like me a lot.
He's inquisitive. Not many people like that sort of person. But one question that might help ease your mind. When you spoke to the Shadow Man, I was off on my own little investigating to see what I could find from him. Would you like to know a bit about him and where he comes from? Gives us something to work with, does it not?
That would be nice, actually.
He originates from the Fey Realm, a place where myth and stories come to life. He is an interesting one because his power derives from a bloodline. Someone birthed him. He was not a creation of the world. He is a son of a tricky Fey. His name is Kilvin, known as the Shadow Man, but he bleeds like the rest of them. All tricks, these shadows, not really having much bite. But his lineage, his mother, is a quite powerful lady. Luckily for us, they do not talk. Stories say that this mother had 3 children. She tortured each one of them, tested different ideas. She made one dive beneath the waves and cause trickery below the seas. The other held themselves to the forest, trying to find a voice, whilst the little Shadow Man was hidden and secluded, forever wanting to know stories, but never able to make his own. She is a witch, in the broadest of terms. This information could come useful if you wish to toy with this Fae. To defeat a Fae, sometimes you have to play by their games.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
But do with this as you will. Your compass guides us forward. I am the stars that illuminate the path. We'll get there eventually, one way or another.
Thank you.
I hope you feel more relaxed.
I do. You're always a big help.
Well, I can sense you're getting stronger by the day. Help I can do. But together we can do so much more. Try
Do you
to
think
get some sleep.
I will, but do you think soon we'll be able to and he looks down at his hand where where the ring is.
The shadowed hand leaves your foot and wraps around your hand, obscuring it. Perhaps there are more answers to this aboard this ship. You see it shifts and turns into the feminine figure. That little deckhand. I'm sure there's more to it than you first thought. We are on a path that seems to be intertwined. A story that's a bit of a mess. But slowly and surely, we will unravel it and understand its true meaning. Fate is a fickle thing, and just like Kilvin's mother, some people pull those threads to their own whim. Let us pull the strings this time. We are the conductors of our own musical.
You're right. Well, a good night's rest and then back to business, I guess.
You know best. Good night.
Good night. He is going to, dry himself off for a little bit and then go out. Make sure Thorn is not staring off into a wall.
I think she's still on the couch, but she's sort of like hugging her knees, and whenever the bags that you dropped are no longer on the floor, they're on the counter table or some coffee table now. She picked them up, but she is staring off into a wall. But it's almost like she's waiting for something.
Were you waiting for me to go to bed, or?
You have questions. I know you do. About today.
I do, but it's almost 2 in the morning, and I've had a long day. But if it'll help you go to bed, then maybe we can talk about it.
Can try to answer questions, but I can't promise anything.
Okay, well, since you seem to be in a mood to talk about this, I'll seize the opportunity. I just want to know what's going on because I felt like I've been out of the loop a little bit. And I want to help you, but I can't do that unless I know what's wrong. And he sits down next to her.
There's a bad person that I've known all my life. And I'm like Jacob and Sarah. I was toyed with, misshapen, cut apart. And I'm not like them in the sense that he'll just send me a letter once I'm free. I was his favorite toy out of everyone he kept. And I know that because there isn't a day that he hasn't told me. And so I know he's out there and he's looking for me. no matter what I do. So, that's the story, really. That's
I
why I
see.
freaked out.
I'm really sorry that happened to you. That happened to you, Thorn. I mean, you know that you didn't deserve any of it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You didn't deserve any of it. And he's an awful man. And I'm sure that once we do confront him, we'll get rid of him for good.
I know.
Don't let what he did to you make you feel like he took all your power. Despite all that, you're here, aren't you?
I mean, I guess, but
You're
it's
still
like he's
going?
everywhere. I can't escape it. Feels like there's nowhere I can go.
Yeah. Sometimes we can't run from it, I suppose. Running only lasts for a little while. Or works for a little while and then comes back. They come back, he comes back. But you have us now. You have Sienna. She takes good care of you. There's no need to run.
I wish I could tell you everything.
You don't have to. Unless you want to, that is. I know it's difficult. And I can understand what you went through, but I'm here to listen. And kick his butt. If need be. I'm sure everyone else agrees too.
I think she just stands up and she starts walking to her room.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's I'm tired. It's not you. And then she just closes her door.
Can I see if it was something I said?
Sure.
Roll insight check.
Would there be any? Yeah. 17.
What does Sven glean from Thorn's body language?
I think they can see that she's frustrated. They're frustrated, not necessarily at Ven. I don't know if they could glean that, but they're just very frustrated about not being able to say the things they want to say. So she's just frustrated about everything. Just angsty teen bullshit, pretty much.
Then just nods, kind of to himself mostly, gets up, and goes to bed.
Okay. You all head off to sleep in various states of being, incapacitated, intoxicated, feared, angered, everything. There is no dreams that stand out to you guys. You just sleep for the evening. Don't worry, I'm not that evil. You rest.
Sure you aren't.
Debatable.
Bullshit!
All right,
Jack,
Thodain, you dream.
Yeah, sorry, Max. I think I need to see the doctor. That
I'll show you a
sounded
fucking
like
doctor in a minute.
involuntary.
Damn.
I mean, you know, Frey's not here. Please don't proposition me like that. I will. I will blow the whistle.
He will fall in line.
My God.
You all rest. You have a long rest. You regain all of your abilities. Those of you that had exhaustion are no longer exhausted. It's all removed. And yeah, you wake up to the next morning. Thodain, you have a bit of a headache after the drinking that you did last night, but you do have your little polar bear teddy bear with you, just set off to the side.
Detective Snow Barrington of the Barrington Clan.
Snow Bear Barrington. Okay, write that down for me because I'm going to forget. Snow Bear Barrington.
I'm sorry, but it's so adorable to imagine baby Thodain running around the streets with his teddy bear as his detective partner, playing detective.
Who would have been about the same
so
size
cute.
as him?
If I get fined familiar, I am getting a kitten-sized polar bear as the familiar.
Yes, perfect.
That is so adorable.
Thorn, you wake up, your bed sheet's a mess, you a mess, but you slept all right, actually, last night. It wasn't too bad.
Yay.
Yay.
Sienna, you wake up after having a bit of a stressful last few hours before you went to sleep with that guy. But you kind of like shake that off in the morning and you feel right as rain. Then as well, you wake up and you feel a bit more relaxed than you did the day before. You all wake up, you head out to the lobby, the little saloon area of your VIP space. You can see Fennell still in his wheelchair, still asleep, as he's just there, unable to move or interact because Frey's not here. So what you are greeted with in the morning is the departure from the Hourglass. You see the windows wide open, curtains drawn, and you see the Hourglass pulling further and further away from sight as you are heading now on a journey southward. The journey southward goes over Calzaria and then will eventually go over the sea, the oceans, over Ishvahi, and then landing at around Leyrons, your final destination. So this is where we get into a bit of a downtime period with your characters. You guys get to tell me what you're up to, if you want to do stuff in pairs, in groups. Do you guys have something in mind now? If not, we are reaching the kind of end of today's session. We can do it next time instead, if you want to discuss and have a word with yourselves. Prefer to do that?
Yeah, better
next
for
time
next
works.
session.
Okay.
I think ending on the long rest sounds like a good bet, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll end it there then. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this chaotic family troubles video, not a stream.
That was very
interesting.
scum.
Very
All of it.
Very
All of
scuffed.
it. Every single part.
It only
If the
means it
video
twice
wasn't
though.
scuffed, the characters were scuffed. There is no in between.
Yep. Jesus
We
Christ.
tried.
It's
So
not
then,
D&D, it's not chaotic.
her
Exactly.
again. Why is she
Again.
back?
Why? Why,
Can't
dude?
she stay away for
Who,
more
sorry?
than 20 years?
Who?
I thought she died, honestly.
I know. No. Well, we know.
I
that
think
she
I know who
died.
you guys are talking about based on what
Yeah,
Frey has
you don't.
talked to me about.
Frey?
Yeah?
How does he know? Wait, did we already know? Wait, fuck.
I don't know.
And
You
now
just
I'm
told me
fucking
about a
confused,
witch
Naomi.
from
What the
last
fuck are you
campaign. I
talking
don't
about?
know.
Loud
I knew what you were
noises.
talking about.
Loud noises.
Sorry.
By the way, guys, check us out on Instagram where we post updates and amazing, funny clips made by
Yes.
yours truly, Leonie, and sometimes Frey. And check out our YouTube/Twitch channel where we are
Wait, when
usually live.
Frey made one of those. Did I miss those?
Frey
Yeah,
doesn't do
he's just
anything,
there.
clearly. He's not here.
No.
Yeah, how
As-
dare you, Frey, if you're
Yeah.
watching this.
As proof by
You
this
must
session.
This
No,
whole
no.
operation falls apart without Frey, it seems.
Love you,
That is
Frey.
true. Frey's tech support.
Frey, come back.
Frey,
Yeah.
please.
Don't
Well,
get don't
anyway.
get ill anymore.
You know what to follow. You better follow. Otherwise,
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Especially-
otherwise
I can't do
Thorn will
anything.
have more
Especially you.
nightmares.
Especially
Hey,
you. You know what
hey,
I'm talking
hey,
about.
hey.
You
Hey! Hey! What? Why me? Do
we see you.
anything. Stop it.
We see you.
Oh,
You have
Max,
beautiful
no.
eyes, Max.
Max, Max, please. Don't encourage him! Ah,
encourage Max. Encourage Max.
No!
no.
Right,
We
thank you
end
very
the-
much. Thank you. Join us next time when we will be live.
Hopefully.
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 Maybe.
Potentially.
Oh god.
Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
What do I do?
God.
Jesus.
We're awful at this.
Wait, are we
Oh,
stopping
recording.
recording?
No,
Well, no,
I
we can
haven't.
I don't care.
We can,
Oh, no.
we
Can't we?
I gotta do
we'll fix it in the edit. We'll fix
Yeah.
everything in the
Fix
edit.
it in post.
Well-
Fix it in post.
Well, we'll have to come in to re-record again because take one turns out we didn't get that.
No.
Oh boy. At least then we can study our lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does remind me one time by